Thank you very much, Andy, doing a sterling job there, as you did yesterday in the big Division 2 Grand Final from Cheltenham. Yes, here we are live at Moorabbin for the Division 1 Grand Final for 1997, the last game in the Southern Football League for this footy season, the big Grand Final between Noble Park and Parkdale. And just to bring you up to date with the early results of the day, Springvale Districts winning the under-18 Grand Final by 4 goals over Cheltenham. We don't have that score to hand. Took it off the board too quickly, but Springvale Districts did win by 4 goals. They are the under-18 premiers for 1997. And in the reserves, Noble Park 12-10-82 defeated St Paul's East Bentley 5-5-35. That was, in fact, the 12th successive Grand Final victory for Noble Park reserves. 12 premierships in a row. And if that's not a record, I'm the Prime Minister of Portugal. Well, not the greatest of conditions here, but the ground seems quite okay. Just a little bit grey skies, but the rain has stopped. Time to introduce our panel for this afternoon. Firstly, a very good afternoon to John Hurth.
G'day, Daryl. How are you going? Another grand final?
Another grand final. The last 3 between these two clubs, and we look forward to a great one again. Our special comments man for the day. You heard his dulcet tones yesterday, Dieter Lehmann.
Oh, g'day, Daryl. So dulcet they were too. How are you, mate?
Very well, thank you. We've got Rock and Dave on panel. Wayne Steele, the genius at the audio, getting us to air once again today. We've had a lot of problems yesterday and today logistically. He's done a magnificent job, and once again all is in readiness. DA's down there at ground level. He'll be bringing his incisive comments, and also, of course, a magnificent camera team of John, Belinda and Leon. So all in readiness with Andy back there at the studio for the start of this grand final. I'm sticking with Parkdale. John, your choice.
Noble Park, 10 points, Daryl.
Peter?
Parkdale by 2 points, Daryl.
Well, there you go. All is in readiness. I don't think we're going to have time to cross to DA for what the coach has said. We might catch up with him a little later on, because we're set for a start in the 1997 Southern Football League Grand Final. Umpire holds the ball aloft. Andrew Miller in charge. Comes in, bumped into the Linton Street turf, and up they go for the start of the big one. Knocked away there by Rowlands. Coming through was David Syme. He gets the first kick of the grand final. It's high up in the air. Waiting under it's Mick Stanley. In there also is Manny Galante. Can't get it out. Fights his way through. Onto the right foot there for Noble Park. And it's a free kick picked out here. And it'll go to Manny Galante. They're kicking towards the grandstand end, Noble Park. Parkdale kicking towards the South Road end in this first quarter. 28 seconds gone as Galante drives the ball down towards the half-forward line. Cameron over the back. Comes out here to Reese. Reese takes a hand pass. Got it over to Knight. Knight a long hand pass over here to Stanley on the forward flank. Doesn't get time to get a proper kick. Hits Adam Robinson and bounds over the line and out for a throw-in.
Interesting start to the game, gentlemen. Mick Stanley's on McGurgan there for Parkdale, so that'll be a terrific contest across the wing.
Okay, just waiting for the throw-in here. Both these sides honours even in recent grand finals. Over the top was Hamish Ogilvie. Spills clear. That's Kane Batsloff with the white hair. He had jet black hair in the second semi-John. White hair today, so he's obviously a Collingwood supporter.
He's the Dennis Rodman of the Parkdale side.
Does appear to be. Ball's thrown up here, down on the half-forward line for Noble Park. Tapped out. Opportunity here for Scott. Can't pick it up. Picked up by Ben Robinson. Has a shot towards goal. It's going over the back. Has it been touched? Let's wait on the goal umpire here. No, it's a goal. First goal of the day to Noble Park to Ben Robertson. And Robertson has been under an injury cloud, so that's a good start for him, John.
Yeah, certainly is, Daryl. And there was a bit of doubt over him during the week with a thigh injury, but they didn't think he was going to play today. But you've lost the bet too.
Oh, I said if I watched Ben Robinson train during the week, I'll tell you about that bet in a moment because the ball's back in the centre. We don't put this on the highlights there for a bounce. Nobody can take it out clearly, but taken out there by Purnell in the end. Got it over here to the running Jensen. Taps it out towards the wing. Kicks it off the ground now. Here in pursuit of it's James Eadie. Kicks it back over here to McComb. McComb takes it onto the right foot here for the Seagulls. They're into attack for the first time. Kicked off the ground there by Nelson, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in. Thankfully for that, because my binoculars are fogged up.
Owen Hildebrand, gentlemen, following Peter Reese around the place. So Hildebrand has also got the dye out during the week. He's got red hair today, and he's following Peter Reese.
Must be something in the water down at Parkdale as the ball comes back to Gately. Can't get it away. Picked up there by the skipper from Noble Park. That's Chris Hale in the direction of Williams. He picks it up now, gets a hand pass to Reese. Reese doubles back. goes for a right foot kick in towards full forward. McKee leading out for the ball, can't take it. Hoare slipped over there. That was Gately and picked up by McKee. Has a flying shot from 35 out around the corner, but just offline and through for a point for Noble Park. So they've moved it from one end of the ground to the other, Noble, very quickly. Noble Park 1-1-7, leading Parkdale yet to score. Ball to be brought back into play by Big Howard Lawrenson, and he was the difference between these two sides last time they met in the second semi-final, as he goes for a big kick out towards the outer side of the ground. Batsloff in the front position, took a beautiful mark. Dummies around McIver. Onto the left foot, it's a scrubby old kick. It goes into the centre of the ground, knocked over in the direction of Reese. Can't pick it up. Got a push there from Johnson, that was. Can't get the ball clear. Hale in there for Noble Park. Robertson gets a hand pass to Kalua. Bernie Kalua sets sail for the half-forward line, and he's found Daniel McKee leading out beautifully there. Daniel McKee will kick from 35, 40 metres out. Umpire bringing round on the angle. He'd be 35, 40 metres out on a 60-degree angle, kicking from the social club side of the ground towards the Linton Street end. Lining them up, very deliberate. And he comes, running straight at the goals. Let's go with a big kick, but it hasn't come round enough, and it's through for another behind a Noble Park, which takes them on to 1 goal to 8 points, leading Parkdale at the 4.5-minute mark of this first quarter.
And just getting back to that bet while there's a lull in play.
I don't know whether you can say this, Daryl.
We watched Noble Park train on Thursday night, and Ben Robinson, to me, looked so proppy that I said to John, I tell you what, if he plays in Sunday's grand final, I'll wear your underpants for a week.
Well, that's disgraceful, but I reckon he's been in one of those hyperbaric chambers, because there's nothing wrong with him at all today.
He's playing like a spring veteran, the mongrel.
As Howard Lawrenson brings the ball back into play. A beautiful kick down towards the centre of the ground. The high flyers wanted. Rickson in there for the Dales there. Gets a kick out, but good play there down towards McKee. McKee leading in the race from the ball. Gets a kick around the corner. I think he's going to put it right on the line there, just in front of his opponent there. That was Matthew Scott, who's picked up Daniel McKee, and Big Kane Batsloff. Have a look at that hairstyle.
And Howie Lawrenson with Ogilvy there. So Ogilvy will have his work cut out today, because Lawrenson was best on the ground last time these two played.
Yeah, conditions too, I think, are going to have a big bearing on this, as Ogilvy gets over the top there, but in there was Howard Lawrenson. Tries to get it out to McComb. In there was Robertson for Noble Park. Spears it out towards the boundary line, and it beats all players over the line and out of bounds for a throw in half-forward flank. Noble Park, member side of the ground. 8 plays, 0 at the moment, Daryl.
Waiting for the throw-in. We've been playing just over 5.5 minutes in this grand final. Knocked down by Ogilvy, taken by Knight. He's dispossessed. They're in after the ball in the slippery conditions. Could have been a free kick for holding the man play on, says the umpire. Quick kick out there of the pack from Parkdale, picked up by Stanley. Trips over the ball, over the line at least, and it'll be a throw-in once again on the half-forward flank for Noble Park, or between wing and half-forward. Parkdale gaining a few metres in that passage of play. There's the throw-in. They go again, knocked away here. Opportunity for Stanley over the top of the ball, kicked off the ground by McGurgan. Ball flicks out here towards Scott. He can't get a hand pass out. Opportunity for a quick kick from Chris Hale. Kicks in towards the centre of the ground, off the knee there of Timmy Martin. Comes out here to Kluwer again. Mrs. Doubtfire, as Dita calls him. Can't mop up on that occasion. Locked up. And umpire Van Beek will come in and ball that ball up.
Unfortunate for him, he was almost away there with the football just when the umpire sounded his whistle. How many times do you see that in a game?
He shouldn't wear the high heels. Knocked away there by Parkdale. Knocked further afield there again on that occasion. Johnson's over the top of it. Kicked off the ground there by David Syme. Whistle on play, and it's a free kick going Honest Mendy's way. This is Martin Mendy for Noble Park. True centre half back position on this big spacious Moorabbin ground. He drives a long kick just over the centre. Big Howie Lawrenson comes up and thumps it away. Rode there by Furnell, the big man. Got it over towards Syme. He shepherds while Seabrand picks it up now for the Seagulls. Julian Seabrand, a key in the Dale's game. Up towards half forward. No one can take the mark. Spills out to Hale. He taps it forward. Chad McIver's got it now. Spins around onto the right foot. In towards the centre wing, and Tim Martin takes the mark on his chest. Plays on. Takes on a couple of them. Drives the ball over the centre of the ground for Noble Park. Opportunity here for McGurgan, trying to knock it away from Stanley. Stanley wins the front position, goes to kick it off the ground. No one can get it off now. Tries to kick it off the ground again. It's a ball. It's a free kick at least, and it'll go Mick Stanley's way.
Pretty line ball there, Daryl. I thought they both had a piece of that jumper.
Stanley half forward, driving down towards the forward line, bouncing. Williams will kick it off the ground for Noble Park, and that's their second goal of the grand final. All clear, says the umpire.
Well, Noble Park have started absolutely beautifully so far today. They're 2-2 playing nothing, but they're all over the park at the moment. They're half-back line. The ball hasn't been on the half-forward line for Parkdale with any authority so far in the game, and Noble Park controlling the middle. Robinson's getting possession. Reese is getting a few touches. They're on top at the moment, and the Dales want to get it steadier as soon as they can.
Ball back in the centre, 2-2-14. We're coming up to the 8-minute mark of this first quarter. Fennell and Rowlands in the ruck. Ball, Fennell got the big punch down there. It goes in the direction of a teammate there. Fennell butted up beautifully. It comes down, good tackle there by Robertson. Comes across to Galante. Galante down towards McGurgan and Stanley. They're going hammer and tackle. Crusher and what was that other one?
Put me on the spot.
Waverley But what a brilliant clash that's going to be today. McGurgan on Stanley. The crowd warming to it. You could hear them rising as the players came towards the members' side. That'll be a terrific battle.
No one gave an inch, and it was nip and tuck as the ball spilled over the boundary line. Batsloff in the ruck against Reese. Batsloff got the knockout, goes down towards McComb. He can't get it. Seabrand in there and Gately. In there was Nigel Scott for Noble Park. Picked up by Seabrand. Ball smothered. Robertson in there for Noble Park. Ball on the ground. Jimmy Martin gets a kick for Noble Park. Around the corner in the direction of McKee. That forward line open down at for Noble Park. McKee around the corner again. In towards, might go through for a point. Yes, it does. Big Howard Lawrenson streaming through the pack there and pushes it through for another behind a Noble Park. 2-3-15 Noble Park, leading Parkdale yet to score, coming up to the 10-minute mark of this first quarter in the 1997 grand final.
He's been very lively down there, McKean. If he had had his kicking boots on, he might have had 3 goals. He's got 3 straight behind.
I think he might cause a few problems down there too, Dieter. They've a little bit of pace in that forward line, and that'll really test out the Parkdale defence as McComb picks up the ball. Can't get his boot to it. Scott in there. Big Kane Batsloff with the blonde locks out towards his teammate there in Drawzak. Drawzak gives it back to Gately. Gately picks it up there. That's David Gately. Good smother there from Mick Stanley from Noble Park as he's picked up there by McIver, and the umpire will throw it in just short of the centre wing position there on the halfway between the half-forward flank and wing position.
Again, tremendous pressure down there by the Noble Park half-forwards.
The knockout that time from Hildebrand. Got it across, but Galante cut it off. A good smother there from Crawzak. He kicks it in the direction of where McIver running onto the ball. Can't get it away. Got a push in the back there. And I think that's David Simon on the bottom of the pack. It is, and he'll get up and take the free kick on the point of the diamond there. Not the point of the arc, Darryl, the point of the diamond.
Pleased to hear it.
As Simon comes back in, kicks it up towards the half-forward line. Punch over the back there from Mendy. Galante in there, all good side pump there from McComb. And also in there was Jensen. Ball not cleared away there as Johnson and McComb in there with Galante and Mendy. But over the line and out of bounds, right in front of the social club here at Moorabbin.
You're thinking of the wrong game, John Hurst, because that's a square. That is not a diamond out there.
Oh, okay. As the ball thrown back in, big knockout by Rowlands, but it goes in the direction of David Jensen. Jensen gets a quick left foot kick, but it goes to Robertson. Robertson slung off the ball as he kicks it. Oh, good punch away there from Martin and Syme, and that'll be an interesting duel as well as the ball to be thrown back in, and very, very hard going out on that ground at the moment. Terrific football.
Noble Park captain Chris Hale on Dale Cameron there, the match winner for Parkdale.
Ball thrown back into play. Thank you, Dieter, and he'll keep us updated all day on 88.3. There's Martin on the bottom of the pack there with... I can't see that Parkdale player. No, it's none other than David Simon. He's used to that. He's always around the bottom of the packs there. McComb in there for the Dales. Fernell, Crawzak. Scott in there for Noble Park as Reese will do the ruck work. The ball knocked down in the direction of Gately. That's Ben Gately this time. Misses Doubtfire. Bernie Kalua gets it over the top there to Reese. A hand pass. He gets back onto his left foot. Looking for a further a teammate upfield. Over the top there was Ogilvie. Can't get the ball away. Lawrenson in there with Martin. Scooped out in the direction of Batsloff and Williams. In there was That was Crawzack. Gets it across to Gately. Gately onto his right foot, coming into the centre of the ground. In there is Galandi. Good spoil there. Seabrand was there, but Bernie Kluwer comes through beautifully out towards Ogilvie, and Hamish Ogilvie has taken a mark 45 metres out from goal. Doesn't waste any time. Gets it down in the direction of McIver, but it's over his head. McKee in there, pushes it back into play. Gets around one player. McIver has a shot for goal. Oh, and he hit the post. That would have been a pearl of Dieter if he'd kicked that one.
You would have put that down goal to young McKee, who tapped the ball in and kept it from going out of bounds to allow that shot on goal. He is proving a real headache down there for Parkdale.
13 minutes gone in this first quarter, and it's Noble Park 2-3, so 2-4-16 that should be, leading Parkdale yet to score. Dietz will bring you to feet, and Herfy will bring you to Furpies. Ball kicked out there to the half-back line, and it's a Parkdale mark back there. There's the kick towards the centre, looking for the big Kane Batsloff, and he takes a good grab there, just in front of Peter Rees. Kane Batsloff, wearing the white hair for today's game. Must be an away game. Out towards the centre wing. Kluwer, who's done a lot, couldn't quite take the mark. Gately can't spin out of it. Comes back out to Kluwer again. He's had a million touches already, but his kick just falls short in here. And taking the mark there is Hillbrand, who's also got a different colour hair for today's game. He's kicked up towards centre half forward, and that was McCoon just dropping back and taking a well-good judge mark. Plays it immediately, and a well-placed pass over here to James Eadie. And he takes a mark on his chest and rolls over backwards, but he has the ball only about 20 to 25 metres out from goal, directly in front, and Parkdale now shooting for their first score of the match.
Good play there by McCoomey. It shows the value of not turning your back on the play when you've got it on the half-forward line. He turned around quickly, had a couple of blokes free.
Here comes James Eadie now. There's the kick, but it's offline. To me like it's offline for one behind only. It is, and that was the man who kicked the winning point against Noble Park in the second semi.
Really should have nailed home that advantage there. It was good play from Parkdale, got it up to him, but should have converted on that occasion.
Rod Nelson now coming in, bringing the Bulls back into play. There's the kick, well out towards the half-back line. Nobody can take the mark. Push forward there by Johnson. Julian Seabrand backing the ball ahead of him, trying desperately to get it out, can't do so. He's grabbed, play on, says the umpire, the ball under that pack of players, and it'll be a ball up, and Julian saying, come on, should have got a free.
He should have too. He should have got a free kick for holding the man.
He played well there. He took on 4 of them and beat them.
All bounced up only 40 metres out from the Parkdale goal. It's on the half-forward flank, or a big punch away there, but it comes only as far as Hale. The Noble Park skipper kicks the ball high up in towards the centre of the ground. Stanley thumps it further afield here. It's out towards the grandstand wing now. Knight has the ball ahead of him, can't take it. Oh, throwing himself in there was Eadie. Was it over the top? Then that was Jensen. He couldn't take it. Could have been a free kick from the back to Mick Stanley. McGurgan, the fender there, and Mick Stanley will take the free kick for Noble Park on the centre wing.
Stanley's had McGurgan's measure in the first few minutes of the opening term, and he's proving a little bit elusive.
This is Mick Stanley. 15, nearly 16 minutes gone in this first quarter, and a big kick up towards the forward line. A big thump away there. Syme will see it over the line and out for Parkdale for a throw in, and somebody's down up there after that big lead. It might have been Owen Hillebrand, I think. Yes, it is. And he's slowly getting up, still on his haunches there, though, as the ball's going to be thrown in on the half-forward flank for Noble Park. They lead 2 goals. There's a thump away by Hillebrand. Goes to past Gately. That's Crawzack in there trying to pick it up for the Seagulls. Can't do so. Scott and Tunnel balled it out. In there was Adam Robertson. He can't pick it up. Comes out to Syme. Syme a little toe poke out towards the boundary line again. And it'll be yet another throw in. Corporate Design scoreboard. Noble Park 2-4-16. Parkdale 1 behind. 16 and a half minutes gone first quarter. Waiting now for the ball to be thrown back into play. Hillebrand in the ruck with Ogilvie. Ogilvie got it down, taken by Scott. Quick hand pass out here to Galandi. He's taken very, very high. And we get the free kick now. That was the ball to the umpire, excuse me. Down towards half forward it goes. Kicked up the back here by Eadie. He's running in towards an open goal. We'll pick it up. That's the crucial moment. It's still in front of the behind line before it's pushed through for and behind the Parkdale. And he had an opportunity of bagging the first goal there and just missed out.
Big bad Bernie Kalua tracked him down and put him off the kick, and what a great piece of play. Saved the goal.
Mrs. Doubtfire, as Dieter has aptly named him. The kick out from defence there from Nelson has gone to Mendy, who marked. He's He's kicked it. No, it wasn't. It was Hale that kicked it out. It got it across to Nelson. It's down on the wing position for Noble Park, and Timmy Martin has taken the mark. He doesn't waste any time. Oh, he's given it to Adam Robertson. He fumbles it. Gets it across to Peter Rees. Rees on the half-forward line. Gets a kick over the top in the direction of Ogilvy, and he takes a mark. He plays on straight away, down in the direction of Robertson. Ben Robertson, that is, couldn't take the mark. The ball spills over the line and out of bounds. Forward pocket for Noble Park. And that ball moved down there very, very quickly, Dita.
Just a lack of polish there by Ogilvy. If he had have hit Robertson on the chest, he would have been streaming into the open goal. And the runner went straight out to Bernie Kalua and said, great tackle, son, for pushing that player off the ball.
Ball thrown back into play. Comes down towards Scott. Scott gets a hand pass, a snap shot from Ben Robertson high up in the air. It's not going to make the distance. Underneath it was McKee and also... I can't
Scott, I think
it is Matthew Scott as he kicks it over the line and out of bounds. Half forward flank for Noble Park, member side of the ground. 2-4-16 Noble Park, leading Parkdale 2 points, coming up to the 18.5-minute mark of this first quarter.
They're just holding on back there, Parkdale. They're under lots of pressure. They're besieged by Noble Park attacks, and their back line just holding up at the moment.
Rollins will do the ruck work against Fennell. Rollins in the front position, but Fennell got it down in towards McGurgan, over towards Seabrand. A good kick up towards the half-forward line. Mindy lurking there, but a good mark to Jono. Paul Johnson's taken a mark at just on the halfway between the wing and half-forward. He goes into the centre half-forward position. Rickson, that is, was leading in the race for the ball. Couldn't take it. McCurdy held when he didn't have it. Reese hand passes it across to Adams. Adams picks it up. He's looking for a hand pass further across to Nigel Scott. Scott gets a kick towards Tim Martin on his own. There's not a player within 5 or 10 metres. He turns around, off he goes. Half-forward flank up towards McLeod, full forward. Push down, takes a mark, off he goes. Into the open goal, and it's through for Noble Park's third goal of the game.
Specialist in office design and furniture. Telephone 98488977.
Well, they've started all over the Noble Park, and they're holding that pressure right up until the end of this first quarter. And again, that man, McKee, that's his 4th shot for goal. He's got 1 goal 3, and he's going to have to make some changes down there. Already Kane Batsoff is starting to follow Peter Rees around, and there's been a change down there on the Noble Park bench. Nelson coming off the ground, and coming onto the ground is Jason Norton.
Ball back in the centre here, and it's 3-4-22 Noble leading Parkdale. 2 behind. You'll have to listen to us because it's all boards. That slow, it's not funny. Like one of those horses I've backed. Ball comes out towards the centre wing here. Tapped ahead there by Reese. Goes to Martin Mendy. Martin Mendy onto the left foot, but it's intercepted there by the Seagulls as they come in forward over towards Edie again. Edie onto the right foot, kicks high. Crawzuck's there. Comes over the top and takes a good mark there for Parkdale. Adrian Matthews at centre half forward.
And Hamish Ogilvy has slipped down from defence. Sorry, John Hurt to cut you off, but he slipped down from attack into defence, and that's where he might be for the rest of the day.
There's the pass in there, and it's found McComb. Shane McComb's marked for Parkdale, and he's only about, he'd be a good probably 35 metres out from goal. And that rain coming down again.
Yeah, it's getting very dark here at Moorabbin, and Parkdale won't want to let Noble slip away if this rain comes in, because that 3 goals is going to turn into about 4 or 5 as McCoon comes in. 35 out from goal. Lets it go. That's a beautiful kick in towards goal, and I'd say that's straight over the goal off his head. And that's a goal for Parkdale. It's their first for the day, and that takes them on a 1 goal to 8 points. Trailing Noble Park 3-4-22 at the 21-minute mark of this first quarter, and a little bit of system back in the play there for the Dales, Dita.
Well, I think the Dales have gone to the bench again. Big Howie Lawrenson's come off the ground now that Ogilvy's gone up forward, and coming on is Matty Rickson. So I'm not sure if there's anything wrong with Big Howie. We might get DA to check that out, but boy, Dingo, didn't they need that one, Parkdale? That was a real steadier.
Ball back in the centre of the ground. Rollins and Fennell. Fennell got the knockdown. That was a good one too. It went to Gately. Knocked out of his hands. Robertson gets a hand pass. That's Adam Robertson over the direction of Scott. And there's a free kick going against Adam Robertson. A little bit of a touch-up there, just getting acquainted with McComb, that is. And he's just saying, did you like that last goal, Adam, as he comes in. Big kick down towards the half-forward line. Reese in the van there. Oh, spills over the top of the pack. Rollins at the back there for Noble Park. Picks the ball off the ground. But it goes in the direction of, I think that's Johnson, is it? As he lines up, there's a banana kick.
Might be Edie,
I think that's James Edie. I think that is, yes. And James Edie's put it through for his 2nd point for the day, and that is Parkdale's 3rd, 1-3-9. Parkdale trailing Noble Park 3-4, 22 as Ogilvy prepares to bring this ball back into play. Goes for the big kick out towards the outer side of the ground. Big Rollins in there, couldn't take the mark. Adam Robertson up there for Noble Park. Gets a left foot kick around the corner, but in the direction of Syme, and I think that's Matthews out there. Gets a kick in towards McGurgan, is it? Yep. Took the mark just in front of the boundary line, right on the centre wing position, coming up to 23 minutes into this first quarter as McGurgan comes back right in front of the scoreboard, out towards Reese, and I think that was Seabrand in there. No one can take a clean possession as the umpire comes in, and we'll have a bounce or a throw up about the half-forward flank for the Dales as Harris preparing to come on for Robertson. I don't know whether he was injured, Robertson, but he's done something wrong as Mrs. Doubtfire gets the ball across to Chris Knight in the direction of Hildebrand and Williams there. Williams takes a hand pass. He gives a beautiful one out to Mick Stanley. Harris just come on the ground. He's going to run under the ball. Dale Harris leading in the race for the ball as he's tackled there when he didn't have it. Should have got the free kick. He just hand passed it away, and the free kick right on the siren as the umpire comes in. I don't think he'll take a shot. He'd be 60 metres out from goal, Darryl, and I don't think he's much chance of kicking this. But you've got to have a crack at him at 3-4-22 to 139. Come in with that's a big torpedo. That was a bad kick, actually.
Wasn't a bad effort
from the left foot, but.
So he started on the bench again, did he, Dale Harris?
He did.
Yeah, so I read your little thing.
Yeah, he does a lot of damage on the bench. So the quarter...
Does more on the ground.
Yeah, oh, really? Quarter time scores here sees Noble Park 3-4-22, leading Parkdale 1-3-9. And that's on the corporate design scoreboard. Goal kickers for the quarter, one each to Ben Robertson, Daniel McKee and Mark Williams, and the Parkdale solitary goal kicker, Shane McComb. So very good quarter there. We'll take a short break and be back with Dieter Lehman summing up of the first quarter of the 1997 Grand Final.
Rain is coming down a little bit heavier too, Darryl, and it's getting very, very dark.
Yes, and the crowd starting to scatter towards the grandstand here.
Big crowd here today too.
There's the siren for the start of the second quarter here. Noble Park leading 3-4 to 1-3 as the ball bounced in the centre. Roland's got the tap out, but it went straight to Seabrand of Parkdale. His left foot kick out towards McComb on the edge of the centre square. Got a hand pass out to McGurgan. McGurgan has to kick quickly, but his kick's marked down there by Kane Crawzak of Parkdale. He'll drive the Seagulls deep into attack now. High was Matthews, couldn't take the mark. Johnson's over the top of it now, trying to spoon it forward, but he can't get away with it. Mendy's in behind him, locking the ball up, and it'll be a ball up about 25 metres out from the Parkdale goal.
Howie Lawrenson has started this quarter at full forward and being tagged by Ogilvy.
Coming down from that ball up there, it's come out to Hale in the end for Noble Park. His kick is smothered. Back on the deck it goes. They're all in after it. Whistle on play, and it's going to be another ball up. Howie Lawrenson, of course, becoming a dad during the week. A daughter, Ashley Rose, to Howie Lawrenson and the lovely Tracy. So congratulations to them.
Jimmy Martin off and Scott on.
There's a throw up. Comes out here to, might have been McComb, got a right foot snapping towards goal. Lawrenson couldn't quite take the mark. It's in the goal square for Parkdale. Players dive on the ball, and it's going to be a ball up right on the edge of the Parkdale goal square.
Percy dragged me up. It's actually Harris who started again on the bench, Darryl Pittman. He's getting warm for the super kick.
Well, he's doing a lot of damage on the bench. There's the throw up. Comes down to Kluwer. Kluwer spoons the ball away off the ground. It's a free kick going Noble Park's way, and Mrs. Doubtfire herself will take the kick.
Experienced play by Bernie. Got on the bottom of the pack in wet conditions, and you'll always win the free kick. That's what I told him.
Bertie Kluwer now, kicking out of the last line of defence for Noble Park. He's had a great final series, Kluwer. The ball punched away here. Crawzak in after it, so is Adam Robertson. Got it over to Galante. Galante back to Adam Robertson. Oh, a little kick that bounces just inside the boundary line before going out for another throw-in. It's on the half-back flank, and we've been playing just under 2 minutes now in this second quarter.
That was a Johnny Beckwith kick, that one.
Wasn't it ever?
And Dale Cameron's got to do a little bit more for Parkdale. He's been rarely sighted so far in this game.
There's the throw-in. Half forward, right half forward, grandstand side for Parkdale, knocked away by Fennell. Ends up with Seabrand. Seabrand screws the right footer back in towards the goals, but it's just offline and through for one behind only. That was Ogilvy and Lawrenson jostling for position there. It just bounced through for another point to Parkdale. They moved to 1-4-10, trailing Noble Park 3-4-22.
That was nearly the goal of the day, Duda.
Well, I think if Lawrenson could have his time again, he might have marked that, because it was at markable height and he decided to shepherd it through, thinking that it was going through for a goal, and it just missed the post.
And what's wrong with
We've
the
got a problem.
footy here?
We've got a problem with the pill.
Hamish Ogilvy saying something wrong with the footy. The umpire says nothing wrong with it, just kick it out and get on with it. So it's
Might
Hamish
have want a bit more air in it, Daryl.
Ogilvy now
He might want a round one.
kicking the ball out. It's a decent sort of kick too. Can't be too much wrong with the footy. Nobody can take the mark on that half-back flank. Kicked off the ground by Jason Norton. Clean bowls a few of them. Adam Robinson knocks it out to Seabrand. Seabrand takes it for Parkdale. He's kicking towards the forward line. Nobody can take the mark. Spills to Korchak. Korchak a hand pass to McCool. And McCool will blaze in and kick Parkdale's second goal of the day in this grand final.
And that was that man Seabrand lurking around that half-forward line on his own. Just stays in that corridor, and the boys got it across to him. He punched it on towards McComb, or Crawzak it was, over to McComb, and put it through, Duda, and that was a good goal.
He can be so damaging, Seabrand, and I thought the quick hands from Korchak there was absolutely tremendous to give McComb the space to kick his second goal and the Dale's second goal of the game.
3-4-22 plays, 2-3-15.
Ball back in the centre. It's a bad bounce. Scott got the ball but couldn't get it away. Kicked off the ground in the direction of Kalua. He gets a hand pass, but it goes over towards McComb again. Simon there, always claimed by Hale, I think that was. It was Galandi coming through, but he's grabbed by Matthews. It's rough and tough out there. The umpire's seen a free kick. I didn't think there was a free kick there. I thought it was play on, but the free kick going to Galandi for Noble Park. He'll stem the flow as he kicks the ball to the wing position, out the direction of Billy Idle there in Batsloff. He gets he can't get hold of the ball, but it's McIver. He dodged and ducked around Furnell. Now towards Harris there for Noble Park. He can't take the mark. It spills to the back of the pack. A bit of a soccer kick out there. Reach on the bottom of the pack there. Can't get the ball away. Oh, it's still in play. Comes across to Adam Robertson. Onto the left foot. Round towards McKee into the forward pocket, but it's just offline, over the line and out of bounds for throw-in. And the ball moved very, very quickly up that end. 3-4-22 Noble Park, leading Parkdale 2-4-16, coming up to the 5-minute mark of this second quarter in the 1997 Grand Final. Big crowd here at Moorabbin today to witness this game as the ball thrown back into play. Williams in there for Noble Park, but Hildebrand got the ball out. A flying shot for goal by Reese into the goal square. McKee pushing and shoving. Oh, Harris off the pack, gets a soccer off the ground. I think he's kicked a goal. He has, and it's your mate, Darryl.
They've let him on the field, have they? Well, there you go. There's a quick goal to Noble Park. Good thinking.
What a beautiful kick that was by Peter Reese there. He put it straight up into the teeth of the goal square. That man McKee was down there contesting with Gately, and the ever-reliable Harris. He just came in off the ground, and much to Darryl's delight, you could see his face lighten up there as he poked it through for a goal.
Poked. The ball back in the centre. 28 plays 16. Coming up to the 5.5-minute mark. The umpire throws the ball up. Rollins and Furnell. Rollins got the knockdown. It goes to Ben Robertson. Onto that right foot. He got a push in the back after he kicked it. It's down to the half-forward flank in the direction of Reese. Batsloff on his hammer, but he can't claim him. In there was number 20 there. That was Matthew Scott. The ball comes out to Williams. Williams gets a kick along the flank there. It's gone over the line and out of bounds before Mick Stanley can pick it up. And he's along there with Matthew Scott there. No, it's not. It's Adrian Matthews. And the ball over the line and out of bounds for a throw-in right on the 50-metre line.
And Peter Geddes has relieved Owen Hildebrand of his job on Peter Reese and given that job to Billy Idle, Kane Batsloff.
Billy Idle as the ball thrown back into play. Williams in the ruck that time, taken by Gately. Gets a hand pass, but doesn't go to anyone in particular. The ball's on the ground there. In there was Billy Idle. He's lurking around there with Reese. There's a stack of players there. Seabrand's in there. McIver picks himself up off the ground. Matthews, Gately. Fennell gets a knockdown that time. No, I think it might have been Hildebrand on that occasion as the ball over the line and out of bounds.
And there's a couple of old campaigners in the middle of the park. Bernie Kluwer and David Symes, two veterans. Add up their total games and you've got Darryl's age.
Oh, and a bit more. As the ball thrown back in, half-forward flank, outer side of the ground, just in front of the scoreboard. Ball comes down, picked up there by Robertson. Ben gets a left foot kick over the shoulder in the direction of Harris. Got a push out there, but he butters up beautifully. Ball coming through there was, I think that was Jason Norton as the ball pushed over the line and out of bounds with by Harris with McGurgan on his tail. and the ball thrown back in from whence it came. Right on the 50-metre line there. The ball to be thrown back in. 16 plays 28. Over the top was Norton. Got the punch down, and we'll have another throw in. And this is just what Darryl likes, Steve, of these throw-ins.
Well, it's good to see up until this point, Herthy, it's been a fairly open game, and we haven't seen that at Moorabbin in the first all this year in the final series. So it's good to see a nice open flowing contest.
Ball thrown back into play. We'll see Hildebrand and Batsebrand over the top. Gets it across to Batsloff. Batsloff, a quick left foot kick under a bit of pressure as the ball goes over the line and out of bounds for yet another throw in. 28-16, coming up to 8 minutes into this second quarter.
Waiting for the ball to be thrown in. 2-4 to 4-4, as John just told you. There it is. Knocked away there by Hildebrand, chucked there by Stanley, but he can't take it away with him. The ball's reasonably slippery in this rain. It's under that pack of players now, and the umpire will run in and ball it up yet again. Been playing well over 8 minutes, coming up to the 8.5-minute mark now in this second quarter. Ball being thrown in the air by the umpire. Knocked away there by Williams, kicked off the ground by McIver, down towards the half-forward line. And it's going to be another throw-in on the outer side of the ground here at Moorabbin. The terrace is empty, but a pretty good crowd over on the grandstand side here.
Yeah, big crowd here today, Darryl.
Waiting for the throw-in yet again. There it is. Williams in ruck with Hildebrand. Hildebrand tapped it down. Norton can't quite pick it up. That was Scott in there. Whistle on play, and Nigel Scott will take the free kick here for Noble Park. He didn't have the ball, or was pushing the back, one of the two.
In the back.
There's his kick, thanks to it, down towards the half-forward line. Goes through the hands of Gately. Gately's in after it again. McKee's in there wrestling for him with it. And the umpire's got no option but to run in, blow the whistle, and ball it up again. But it's only about 14 metres out from goal, directly in front of goal for Noble Park. Waiting now for the ball to be thrown in the air again, and there it is. Williams in there, but knocked away by Hildebrand over towards the boundary line where Ben Robertson sees it over the line and out. It's a couple of metres away from the Noble Park behind post.
I think Peter was right before him. The side that gets in front, plays in front at the bottom of the pack is the one that's going to get the free kicks.
There's the throw in again. Hildebrand and Williams. Williams front position, but Hildebrand got a second knock. But over the shoulder, says the umpire. And that'll be a free kick going Williams' way. What do you think, Deed? A little bit soft?
Oh, I didn't see too much. You know, the players were really looking around when the umpire blew the whistle. That's always a dead certain sign that no one knows what on earth's going on. And you don't want to see grand finals decided on soft free kicks inside 30 metres.
Actually, Adam Robertson was onto that left foot. He had the ball, and I think he would have put it through in any case. But, yeah, I thought that was a pretty soft free kick.
Williams now for Noble Park, lines it up, right foot. Ball on its way, McKee's putting it through. Goal umpire runs across and says, 1 goal, thank you very much. That's another goal to Noble Park. They move along now to 5-4-34, leading Parkdale 2-3-15.
Yeah, Noble Park deserved the goal in any case, even though it wasn't a real harsh free kick. There didn't appear to be too much in it, but that's the sustained pressure there in the forward line of Noble Park. They kept the ball in, just moved it along the outer boundary line, got it within scoring distance and converted from that pressure, and they're right on top at the moment.
Ball thrown in the air again in the centre of the ground. Play on, says the umpire. Nobody can get it out though. Rollins eventually got a long hand pass out. Eadie couldn't take it with him. In there's Dickie Cameron. Umpire blows the whistle, and it's a Parkdale free kick going James Eadie's way. Eadie in the centre of the ground for the Seagulls. Delivers the ball down towards half forward. There's a good mark to Paul Johnson. Plays on immediately over to Batsloff. Batsloff's going to run into trouble. He's tackled. Ball spills clear. Kluwer picks it up nicely for Noble Park. Immediately onto the right foot out towards the centre wing. Through the hands of Hildebrand, taken by McIver. McIver in towards centre half forward for Noble Park. Harris drops the mark. Here's the chance for Parkdale to clear out of trouble now, but there's a whistle on play back here. I didn't see what happened. I think it could be a free kick to Harris though. In fact, it's 50 metres as well against Eadie. And well, I don't know whether you saw that, Peter, but
yeah,
he came into Shepherd there, didn't he?
I did, Darryl, and one would indicate that 50 being a penalty means that he's actually tripped Harris, and in attempting to shepherd, he's taken the legs of Harris out from under him, and now that gives the 50 metres, but again, it didn't look to be too much in it. I mean, a player has to shepherd his opponent when his teammates got the ball and clearing, and unlucky to collect the legs. It didn't look like a deliberate trip, and I think it's got to be a deliberate trip to get the 50 against you. But again, Parkdale on the end of a pretty, not an ordinary decision, but perhaps a bit soft.
In comes Harris now, right in front of goal, and puts it laconically through for his second goal for the Bulls.
Today's game is proudly brought to you by Corporate Design, specialists in office design and furniture. Telephone 98488977.
And that big turnover there, I thought, Duda, was when it was Kane Batsloff was claimed there. Bernie Claw went between about 3 or 4 of them, and he got the ball into the open spaces, and away she went.
First option for Batsloff should have been to come through the middle and go, but he didn't.
Ball back in the centre. Rollins gets a knockout this time. It goes in the direction of Rickson there. He's on the bottom of the pack there. Comes across, good smother there. Seabrand running through the centre. He's pushing the ball in front of him. Bernie Kluwer, beautiful football, kicks it off the ground. He's leading in the race for the ball. He kicks it off the ground again and misses Doubtfly. And Mrs. Doubtfly has just got a gentle nudge from Mr. Seabrand there, and he's mopping up.
Oh,
a wonderful job at the back there.
Almost knocked his falsies out there.
There's a ball thrown back in. Big Kane Batsloff, a beautiful knockout over the back of the pack there to Dickie Cameron. Caught the ball. Umpires played it against him, and the crowd in front of us not very happy. I think they're getting a little bit frustrated. Dickie Cameron and passes the ball back to Ben Robertson to take the free kick. Kicks it up towards the half-forward line in the direction of Reese, working his way through the traffic but can't get hold of it. Knight on the bottom of the pack. Billy Idle, big Batsloff out there in the direction of Seabrand. And Nigel Scott on the bottom of the pack, but the umpire will come in and we'll have another bounce up. 6-4-40, plays 2-4-16. 14 minutes into this second quarter of the 1997 Grand Final. Ball thrown up, Batsloff in the ruck, gets it down towards Dickie Cameron. Gets a hand over towards his teammate there in Jensen. He's claimed by 3 Noble Park players. It was a free kick and the ball coming back. And it's a free kick to Parkdale.
Yeah, Ben Robertson was holding his opponent while the Noble boys, Kennedy, was getting away. So, yeah, not a great decision again. Late.
Jensen, half forward, kicks it up towards his half forward. Spills off the pack, over towards Seabrand, pushing the ball in front of him. McComb shepherded off there as Hale fell over. He's still got the ball, Seabrand. He lets fly with a big kick down towards the full forward position. Oh, nearly a mark taken there. Adams got the ball. In there again is Kalua. He's mopping up again as McComb comes in. Can't take the ball over the line. It's very close. The umpire will come in and I think we'll have a bounce up. And on the bottom of the pack there was Johnson and also McComb, I think that is, yes, Shane McComb. He's kicked 2 of Parkdale's goal, all of their goals, as the ball thrown up. Seabrand, left foot, in towards the goal square. Over the back is Howie, and has he got the mark? No,
he's got it.
Made the mark.
He's got it. It's going to be a tough shot, Herthy, because the umpire's lining him up outside the boundary line, pretty much wedged up against the point post he's going to have to take this one from, so we might see him run around to open up the angle.
Oh, normally a pretty good kick too, Lawrence, and a very experienced player, and I think that he'll do the normal trick. He'll just run around a little bit on the right foot and just guide it through, but let's see what he does. No, he's going to make... Oh, no, he's not. There he goes. Puts it in. I think he put that straight through the centre. No, he's missed that. I thought he put that through. Why I hesitated about the mark then there was I saw Adrian Matthews remonstrating with the umpire, and I thought for one moment that he hadn't paid it, but that wasn't to be as he came in, and they've missed a couple of easy shots, Parkdale.
Yeah, definitely a mark there, but the Noble Park was a lot hungrier at the moment, getting numbers to the football.
Ball to be brought back into play. Ogilvy, good kick, comes to the member side of the ground. In there is Reese in the front, knocked away, hand over the shoulder, and he will take the free kick. Reese to take the free kick, half-back flank for Noble Park. Looking for a lead further upfield, goes for a short. Out towards Mark Williams, he's gone for the boundary line. The ball's very, very close, kicked over. Nearly on the full, was it, Dieter, from Gately, but he was a bit lucky there, but the umpire said no, he's going to throw it in right in front of our commentary position here at Moorabbin. 40 plays 17, 16 and a half minutes, second quarter. All thrown in, Rollins and Fennell. Goes down to Dickie Cameron, gets a left foot kick, goes straight down Peter Reese's throat, takes a mark, sliding into that position there. Goes for a short kick over the top to Scott. On his own, takes a mark, runs through the centre, down towards centre half forward. Harris over the back, couldn't take the mark. Should have stayed down. Picked up there by Williams. Williams a hand pass to Robertson. He lines him up off one step, lets it go, and I think there's a through, wrong side of the post.
Wrong side.
And through for 1 point, Mick Stanley there just couldn't get hold of the ball, and that was pretty good play there from Nigel Scott as he got that ball through the centre.
I think you're right, but your comment that Harris shouldn't have flown there. He's at his best when the ball's on the carpet, but what a nice hand pass it was from Williams to release the player there.
All being brought back into play here by Gately for Parkdale, out towards the half-back flank. Nobody can take the mark here, spilled to the back of the pack. They're paddling it forward ahead of them at the moment. Taken here by the Dale through the agency of Dale Cameron. Puts it onto the right foot, down towards the half-forward line. Mendy drifts across in front and takes an excellent mark in defence, and Johnson's going berserk out there. Why didn't you kick it over here? Mendy immediately switches play across towards the centre to Ogilvy. Takes the mark, plays on immediately, runs through the centre. He's kicked down towards the half-forward line. Over the top there was Robertson, couldn't take the mark, spills to Batsloff. Batsloff a hand pass out here. It's in the forward territory again for Noble Park. Kicking off the ground, but the whistle on play here sees a Parkdale free kick, and it's holding the man, as Dieter pointed out here, to the Seagulls, and the umpire's going to bring it back here for James Eadie to take the free kick in defence for Parkdale.
A little bit of frustration creeping in there for Adam Robertson, giving away a couple of silly free kicks.
There's the kick now for Eadie, up towards the half-back line. Oh! Flew high, but pushed him out, said the umpire. Pushed Chris Hale out, and Noble Park captain Chris Hale will take the free kick, and he'll just chip it over here, but he's put his teammate under pressure here, chipped it over towards Scott, was it? And he was under plenty of pressure. Yeah, let it go, says the umpire. Ball going Parkdale's way now. Running through there was Cameron again. He's kicked down towards the centre wing, but dropping back to take the mark for Noble Park was the ever-reliable Bernie Kluwer. Kluwer with the ball on the grandstand wing here for Noble Park. Coming up to the 19-minute mark of the second quarter of this grand final. He's kicked towards the dangerous Batsloff, but he can't hold the slippery ball. Whistle on play again, though, and it'll be a free kick to, I don't know, getting a little bit technical.
That's the ultimate payback, because that was the same umpire who paid a push-out against Batsloff about a minute ago.
Slippery conditions, you've got to make a bit of allowance. There's a kick up towards half-forward line. Mendy couldn't take the mark. Opportunity now here for Manny Galante. Galante onto the left foot and steers the ball over and out for a throw-in, and that's going both ways, Dieter. I just think it's slippery conditions out there. You've got to let the play go on a little bit. You can't be too technical.
Very technical.
Seen a few Tiggy Touchwood ones, but the Noble Park half-back line is stellar at the moment.
There's the throw-in, knocked over the back. Stella comes out here to Adam Robertson, couldn't take it. Manny Galante put the ball onto his boot in towards Dale Harris now. Takes the ball nicely like it's a dry day. A long hand pass over here to the running Nigel Scott. Scott down towards the half-forward. And Daniel Marquis streams out and takes a good mark on his chest for the Bulls.
Play of the day in wet conditions, linking hand passes, and that man again, Harris, giving a bullet-like right-hand hand pass to Scott, running through the middle, put it straight down the chest of McKee, who's proving ever elusive on that forward line for the Bulls.
Daniel McKee on his day, a very, very clever and creative forward, and a very productive one. Let's see what he can do with this. He'd be about 35 metres out from goal. Comes in, wet ball, puts the ball on its way. Looks like the distance is going to be okay. No, it's just touched right on the line there by Big Kane. Batsloff for Parkdale, and punched through for one behind only. And that takes the scores now. Parkdale 2-5-17, trailing Noble Park 6-6. 42, 6-7, 43, that'll be when they change the score. They're changing the goals now, I don't believe it. Kick out here anyway, out towards the centre wing. Opportunity for Hale. Hale taps the ball forward, and it'll go over the line and out for a throw-in.
Really deserved a goal, that piece of play that ended with McKee. It was the first time in a long time we've seen a team in a final come straight down the middle of Moorabbin, and look at the result.
I'm surprised that they didn't have anyone in the goal square, because he's not a very long kick. That ball, as you said, Doug, it was a little bit wet. But back to the game, and there's a free kick going to Dickie Cameron. Play on is the call as James Eadie is paid advantage. McIver. That's a ball there from Hale. Gets it to McIver. Knocked out of his hands by Fennell. Dickie Cameron's in there. What's going on here? The umpire's going to play the free kick back to McIver. And I thought that was very, very lucky again, Darryl. I didn't think there was much in that.
They're just being a bit over technical at the moment.
As McIver goes for the short, sees the short one in towards Reese, and Reese will take the mark. He's on the edge of the square there. The edge of the square, Dieter.
Beautiful. You finally got it right. He could go to the point of the arc from here, I think.
Now Reese looking for a kick or for someone further upfield, and they're waiting for someone to drop back in the hole there, but Reese looking for the options. He's not getting well, he's gone for the short one in towards McIver, and McIver, actually, it's just gone to 10 metres because the man on the mark run back and claimed him just as he marked that. So McIver on the true centre-half forward position. He'll kick from 50 metres out, looking for a lead. Goes for the short, in towards McKee. McKee there makes a good mark. And they were looking for that just prior to that because they'd left it open. They were looking for someone to drop into the hole there. McKee run in and has taken the mark, kick from 35 metres out. And this is about his distance.
And McKee is giving Dave Gately the huge run around at the moment. This will be his 5th shot on goal in just about 2 quarters of football on a wet day.
Look at these players out here, the Noble Park. There's about 8 or 9 of them there, just rearing one another up as McKee comes in. He'll kick from 35 out. Daniel McKee, number 14, lets it go. Straight over the goal umpire's head. And look at him run up and congratulate him as Noble Park put through their 7th goal. No, I reckon he's more than that.
Well, a beautiful goal there by McKee. He's a pretty good finisher. He didn't have his finishing boots on in the first term, but now he's coming to the fore and he's got 2 goals through and he's proving ever dangerous there on the forward line. But the Bulls are by far the better side at the moment. Parkdale are rattled when they've got the football coming across the middle. They're not picking the first option. They're getting caught with the football, and Noble Park are gang tackling. They're going in numbers and moving the ball quite swiftly down the ground, and it's catching the Parkdale back line out. But Dale Cameron is getting into it a little bit more for Parkdale this quarter, but across the half-forward line, they've got absolutely nothing. Johnson's getting beaten by Mendy. He hasn't had many opportunities, but whenever the ball's gone in his direction, Mendy's come across and spoiled or outmarked him, and they're just getting a little bit frustrated, the Seagulls out there at the moment.
Not quite sure of the correct score here at the moment. The board says 7-6-48. I think they may have missed it behind there for Noble Park, but we'll wait and see. Parkdale 2-5-17.
Yeah, I've got 7-7, but we'll wait until half-time. 24-minute mark of this second quarter. I'll call it 7-6-48 to 2-5-17. Ball back in the centre. Rollings and number 16 there. That'll be Chris Duggan on the ground. That's picked up by Knight out of the centre. The knockout down towards Batsloff and Williams. They've had a pretty good duel today. Batsloff gets a nice hand pass over to his teammate there. Ball kicked towards the line, over the line and out of bounds, and that was Shane Prozac as Gately and Galante race for that ball. So it's going to be thrown in right on the centre wing position in front of the commentary box here. 48 plays 17, coming up to 24 and a half. Well into time on in the second quarter. Rowlands and Duggan over the top there in the direction of Robertson. Got a little kick off the ground, and the other Ben Robertson was in there. He's on the bottom of the pack. Adam Robinson there.
Gately's down.
Gately's down. Looks like he's got a slight leg injury from that, or he might be winded. He's getting up now. Ball thrown back in. Keep an eye on that one. Batsloff gets a knockdown. It goes in the direction of Galante. Galante mopping up nicely. He gets a hand pass as he slips over towards Nigel Scott. Scott in the direction of Adam Robertson. He can't get the ball before it goes over the line. It slipped out of his hands. He was claimed there by, I think that was David Jensen there. Also in there was James Lawrence, and the ball to be thrown back into play. Seabrand in there for Parkdale, doing the ruck roving. Batsloff will do battle with what's going on there, Bruce, and he's given Bruce a free kick. I don't know what that was for.
Stopping on his foot, according to the umpire.
Well, he's got 4 weeks for that.
Wasn't his foot, he's not wrong.
As the ball comes down towards McKee. He's been dynamite today, McKee. He gets it across to Robertson, lurking on that left foot. As the ball kicked down towards the half-forward line, or centre half-forward there as the bell goes for half-time. And we see the Noble Park side 7-6-48, leading Parkdale 2-5-17, Darryl.
Yes, a great half of football, and just before we cross back to the studios for some soothing grand final music from Andy, Dina, how did you see that first half?
Yeah, by far the better side, Noble Park, and you can see them revving themselves up. Reefy calling them into the middle. He's going to have a bit of a pep talk before they go in for the big half-time address. The body language says it all. Noble Park sprinting in towards the middle, and Parkdale coming slowly together here on the members' wing to have a chat to go in and collect their thoughts before they come out for the second half. But Noble Park's forward line's been very dynamic, and that McKee, man, you can hear the crowd. Ooh, you can hear the crowd booing the umpires now as they come off. They think that Parkdale. Have a listen to that.
Well, both sides are booing him, I think, so it's hard to tell which to win.
Noble Park crowd,
They love him.
reception.
They love him. I think Parkdale really just have to get back to basic football and get in first to the ball and get numbers to the packs. They're getting beaten around the base of the pack, and McKee's been terrific up forward for them. He's got 2 goals, 3, could have had 3 or 4 goals, but they're controlling the half-back line. Paul Johnson, the vice-captain for Parkdale at centre-half forward, hasn't been able to get into the game at all. Peter Geddes, the coach, might be thinking of moving him just to get him into the game a bit more. Dale Cameron's got a few more kicks that quarter, but not as effective as he might have been for the Parkdale side. But they've got a lot of soul-searching to do at half-time, Parkdale, if they're going to win the flag, because the Noble boys seem to have it under control. Peter Reese has still got them right on the centre dot here at Moorabbin, talking about how much he likes that first half. They're 5 goals in front, and really, if they're going to have the Parkdales measure this at any stage, it's going to be today. They let a lead slip last time they played. It might not happen again. They're well on top, and if they can come out and kick the first one of the third term, it's going to be just about all over.
Okay, well, that's the half-time score here on the Corporate Design scoreboard, and that score is correct. Noble Park 7-6-48. Leading Parkdale 2-5-17 at half-time. We've got a cast of thousands out here. We've got the long kick final going on. We've got the little Loz kick kids having a couple of games of football. So it's all happening here at Moorabbin. We're going to take you back to the studios. Andy's going to play you some of his private collection, the real vintage stuff music, and we'll have a bit of a breather and then be back for the second half here at Moorabbin. But right now it's back to you, Andy.
And welcome back to the Moorabbin Oval, where we see the ball just to be ready to be bounced for the start of this third quarter. With Noble Park leading Parkdale 7-6-48 to Parkdale 2-5-17. All in readiness for the start of this third quarter as the umpire holds the ball aloft. Throws it up in the air this time. Roland's in the ruck against Fennell. Roland's got the knockdown, goes to Reese, gets a quick kick away, down in the direction of Knight and Williams. Williams gets a hand pass, but it's smothered. Goes over the top there to Hildebrand. Picked up by, that was Reese in there, gives it across. There's a free kick over the shoulder. The free kick will go to Adrian Matthews, and he will take the free kick half-back flank. Comes in, up towards the wing. Adams there, over the top, in the direction of Lawrence. Can't take the ball. Norton in there for Noble Park. He's besieged by 3 players there, and the free kick, and rightly so for holding the ball, will go to James Eadie. He doesn't waste any time. Kicks it down towards centre forward. Mendy in there. Pushes the ball along. In there was Norton. Kicks it off the ground on this occasion. Goes down in the direction of Reese. Reese gives a hand pass out to Mendy. Mendy on that left foot. Gets a scrubby old kick around the corner. Leading in the race for the ball was Johnson there. He can't pick it up. Adams hot on his hammer. Gets a ball across. Good play there from both sides as they try and get that ball clear, but the ball will have a throw up here. The umpire says, give it to me, boys. And we're just a minute into this third quarter, Dieter.
He hasn't had the best of days, Johnson, has he? He's been falling over and the ball hasn't come to him, and he's been out of sorts. Anyway, throw up on the outer side. A couple of minutes into the vital third term, players diving for the footy. No one can get clear. The Bulls get a scrubby kick up towards the middle, and the mark dropped there by Parkdale. They're having a terrible day so far. Going in there's Roland coming through to Chatty McIver on the right boot. Gets it round the corner, up towards Harris. Can't mark, but he's in front of Scott. Ball comes down to Robertson. That's Adam Robinson. And going back in there is Harris. Taps it back. Reese can't get it forward. It might have been Williams. Here goes Forsyth coming away with a footy, but the ball goes out of the bounds and beats him over the line as the rain starts to come down a little bit heavier here at Moorabbin. Johnny Hurst.
Yes, it's not too flash a day, and we had a beautiful day yesterday. It's a pity it can't be like that today as the ball thrown back in. Over the top there was Reese. Comes down to Jensen. Jensen gets a right foot kick back towards the centre wing position where we'll see the ball over the line and out of bounds for a throw in. Right on that centre wing. 48 plays 17. Noble Park with the ascendancy at this stage. And I think Parkdale have got the job in front. They've got to kick 2 or 3 quick goals. The ball thrown back in. It spills over the back of the pack in the direction of Scott. Scott for Noble Park. Big bat slot there. Billy Idle can't take the ball. And the umpire will come in and we'll have a throw up.
We were just discussing before, John, we think Parkdale might be a little bit too top-heavy, and Lawrence is on the ground now in the middle, just to give them a bit more run.
Yes, a little bit more run. That's what they need as the ball comes down to Norton. Oh, he's jumped upon by 2 or 3 players, and the umpire will come in and we'll have another bounce up, and it's very tight in the clinches there.
Very tight down there. The umpire, the man for football, gets it back from Ben Robertson. He's been pretty good. so far, under an injury cloud, but looking okay so far. As Rollins gets it over the top, gets it down, and the ball goes further forward again. Chad McIver gets a quick kick up to the forward line, and running in with the flight of the football again is that man, Darrell's friend, Dale Harrison. Darrell, you got here just in time to see Harrow take the ball on his chest and have a shot from about 30 metres out directly in front.
Good mark too, running with the same direction of the ball. And have you caught your breath yet, mate?
No. Doesn't matter though. Dale Harris lining up for goal for Noble Park. 25 metres out from goal. This will be another valuable one of the Bulls who can steer it through. I think it's gone off to the right though. It has, one behind only. That takes Noble now to 7-7-49. Leading Parkdale 2-5-17, and that's on the corporate design scoreboard. Coming up to the 4-minute mark now of this third quarter.
That would have really hurt Parkdale, Drew, if Harris had to put that one through.
Yeah, I think the first thing Reese would have said to the boys in the dugout there at halftime is we can get the first couple, we can really sink these fellas, and it'll be very difficult for them to get back. And Harris is a known goal kicker. He's got 2 straight, and that was his first behind for the day. He would have really loved for that one to go on straight through the middle, and it would have just about put it out of reach of the Seagull.
All to be brought back into play. Down towards Fennell and Royce. In the back there, should have been paid a free kick. Robertson over the top. Gets a right foot kick. Down the direction of McKee. McKee in front. Takes a lovely chest mark. And that's what you get for playing in front. You play in front on days like today. Grab that ball tight to the chest and the results will come. And Daniel McKee's going to line up for his third. He's got 2-2 on the board at the moment. He'll kick from 25 metres out, probably on a 45-degree angle, and this is going to hurt Parkdale Darrell if he puts this in.
McKee's pace on that occasion, again, getting him in front. And said before, Johnny's a very quick fellow, and leading Dave Gately a merry dance down there.
As he comes in, McKee lines him up, puts it on its way, and it's straight over the goal line by his head, and it's through for Noble Park's 8th goal of the game. And look at the boys there. They're going up congratulating him as he's put it through for his 3rd goal.
Very good play by McKee. He's been a live wire. He's almost been best on the ground. And that's not bad for a half forward or a forward pocket. And he's really controlled the play down there on the forward line. They've looked so dangerous, the Bulls, when they've gone down into the forward line. And McKee just getting his 3rd goal there. Very good play in these conditions.
55 plays 17 as the rain tumbles down again. It comes across to Mark Williams there. He gets a hand pass out in the direction of Knight. He's claimed there. McIver in there. Also is Gately. Gately tries to get it out to Crawsack. He can't get it out. In there is Fennell. He can't get it out either. It stacks on the mill. Bit of a dust up behind the play there. And they pull the jumper of the opponent there. Pull them away from one another and let's get on with the game. The ball thrown up. Fennell in the ruck. Oh, over the top was Norton. Out in the direction of Reese. Reese and Matthews. Reese gets a hand pass to Knight. A beautiful hand pass in the direction of McKee. But he over the top. What a beautiful mark that was in front by David Jensen for the Dales. And he'll relieve the pressure. He's in the back pocket. He's going to bring the ball around to this member's side. In towards big Simon Rowlands there for Noble Park. And he's taken the mark on the chest. And that was a good mark to Rowlands there. Half forward flank, Noble Park. Centres the ball in towards Robertson. Couldn't take the mark. Williams snaps from 35 out. I think he's put it through. Touched off the boot. And I looked at Big Owen Hildebrand there and he gave it away because he said that it was touched. He said, I touched it. And that's through for a point to Noble Park. So that's 8-8, 56. Leading Parkdale 2-5-17. Coming up to the 7-minute mark as the ball kicked out. Mark taken there by Crawsack. They're looking for an option there. Ducked his head over to Matthews. Matthews runs back into trouble. Turns around. He's playing by 9. McIver in there. He's under the left foot. Chad McIver lines him up 25 out. Has a shot. I think he's offline. He is.
They've got it.
No, he hasn't. He's put it through. Yes, that's another goal to Noble Park. Their 9th for the game.
That's it, I reckon, fellas. I think Parkdale are just about gone because they've moved Matthews back into defence. That's his best position, and he just wanted too much time there. He tried to get away and didn't give it. Got tackled from behind. The ball slipped through in the tackle. It went to McIver, who ran in and did the rest.
3 times this year Parkdale have beaten Noble Park, but not today when it counts. Noble taking all before them as Robertson gets it out to Reese. Peter Reese, the cockroach for Noble Park, swings around 2 or 3 opponents. Onto the right foot, down towards the forward line again. McKee has the ball punched away from him. Going in hard was Knight. The ball back on the deck. Nobody can get it out. And Gately wrapped up in a tackle there, claiming the free kick. And the umpire's ordered somebody off here. It looks like Matthews.
Yeah, I think Matthews it is. I don't know what happened there. Did you see that, Darryl?
No, I didn't. I just saw the umpire swing around and talk to them. Things not going right for the Seagulls.
It could be a blood rule, I think.
It's an order off.
He might have.
It's an order off.
He might have given lip because there's been no free kick paid down there. So
no, that's true.
I think it's for giving lip back to the umpire because there's no free kick. So that could all it could be.
Ball thrown up. Comes down to McGurgan. Got the ball out here to Crawzak. Crawzak handballs it back over to Syme. Syme getting the ball over there in the direction of Lawrence. He goes in hard. Spills clear. Whistle on play here. And it's going to be a free kick. And it's going Jamie Lawrence's way for the Dales. He'll relieve from the half-back position. Grandstand side, out towards the centre wing, punched away by Rowland. Robinson was taken high. Play on, says the umpire. Ball still clear to Ben Robinson again. Gets a hand pass to Reese. And he's kicked it into the grandstand on the full. And it'll be a Parkdale free kick.
And, just in the umpire's defence, I mean, everyone here in the crowd saw that free kick that probably should have gone to Ben Robertson, but the umpire just probably 2 or 3 players in his way couldn't quite sight that.
Like that mark last night on the Geelong mark. There's the kick by Crawzak in towards half-forward line. Mendy over the back. Can't claim the mark. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Couldn't get rid of it. Bit of pushing and shoving going on there. And he's turned that around and given the free kick here to Martin Mendy. So they're taking no nonsense at the moment, the umps. Mendy now onto the left foot. Delivers the ball out towards the centre wing for Noble Park. And Scott drops back and takes the chest mark. Nigel Scott for the Bulls, sizing up his options. Got a little short pass over here to Adam Robertson. Has the ball knocked away by Lawrence. It's getting hard to handle that footy. Still raining here. Kicked off the ground by Lawrence. Lawrence and the rain has negated the big man's influence on this game. Tapped forward again, but only goes as far here as Hamish Ogilvie. He's kicked smothered. Tapped over there by Gately. Picked up again by Ogilvie. He does a little toe poke, goes a metre over to Gately again. It's wrapped up and it'll be a ball up on the outer side of the ground, halfway between wing and half forward.
I think he set a world record out there, Hamish Ogilvie. He's had 2 kicks for -2 metres.
Ball thrown back up.
Ball on the outer side of the ground. Comes out of that scrimmage. Over here towards Batsloff. In there also was Williams over there for Noble Park. Finally, it's Mick Stanley picking up the ball for Noble. Quick kick onto the right foot, out towards the forward line, half-forward flank, outer side for Noble Park. Picked up there by Harris. Little kick back inboard. They can't pick the ball up. It's like a cake of soap now. Coming in there hard was Fernell for Parkdale. He couldn't get it away. Adam Robinson got it over to Ben Robinson. He gets a hand pass over to Scott. Scott a quick right foot in towards the forward line. Nobody can take the mark. Tap forward. Harris is in after it, but in front of him was his opponent in Eadie on that occasion, who just tapped it through for or behind to Noble Park. And they move along now to 9-9. 63 leading Parkdale 2-5-17 at the 11-minute mark of this quarter. There's the kick out towards half-back, taken there by Rickson. He's dispossessed by Knight. Holds the hand up. The umpire says, yes, I'll give it to you on this occasion. And young Chris Knight will take the free kick for Noble Park. The helmeted one. Just a little chip inboard there to McIver, and McIver has taken the mark.
A helmeted one.
Yeah, well played there well played by the helmet. Just extended himself to get that. And McIver's got it now, about 40 metres out, and could really sink Parkdale if he puts this straight through the middle. Noble Park will have one hand firmly around that Premiership Cup.
Kyver's already kicked one. Comes in. There's the kick on its way. It's drifting.
She's got it.
Through. It's another goal for the Bulls, and I think their hands are firmly on the 97 Premiership Cup.
Today's game is proudly brought to you by Corporate Design, specialists in office design and furniture. Telephone 98488977.
And beautiful goal there to Chad McIver. It's a long kick from there with a wet ball. It was about 40 metres out. It went through at half post height. Just snuck in, but it doesn't matter how much they sneak in by. Noble Park well on top, and that's his second goal.
10-8, 68 plays, 2-5-17.
Rollins gets a knockdown out of the ruck, goes towards Mick Stanley. Stanley, coat hanger there, and he'll take the free kick. A lot of frustration creeping into Parkdale's game as he goes out towards the half-forward flank, and lurking around there was Adam Robertson, took the mark on the chest. He's 55 metres out from goal. Wastes no time. Onto that left foot. into the goal square. Williams at the back of the pack, nudged his opponent out. The umpire said play on. In there was Matthews and Gately. Gately pushes the ball over the line and out of bounds for a throw in halfway between the half-forward flank and forward pocket, member side of the ground at the Linton Street end. 69 plays 17. Noble Park in control at the 13-minute mark of this third quarter. Ball to be thrown back in. We'll see Williams and I think that's Jensen, is it there, doing the ruck work? No, Johnson that was. Picked up by Scott. Scott has a shot over the shoulder, but it's marked there by Crawzak. He hand passes it to Jensen there, puts him under pressure. He was in a lot of trouble, and he'll take the free kick because he was grabbed a bit too high, and Jensen will take the free kick in the last line of defence for the Dales. The Seagulls in a bit of trouble. I see number 5 out there. That's I think that's James Lawrence. Is it along here, Duda? He's got a bit of a limp up, and that's not a good sign for them. As he looks a bit proppy on that leg. Now the runner just going out to him, but the ball back with Jensen. Jensen kicks it up towards Reese and Gately. Over the top there, all Fennell. Good mark to Fennell, and doesn't waste any time. Gets it on to Hildebrand. Left foot kick down towards half forward. Good mark there taken by McComb. McComb on centre wing position. Member side of the ground. He goes down towards half forward flank there. In there was Rowlands and that was Norton. Norton kick off the ground. Lucky kick off the ground. Goes straight to Robertson. And they're making their own luck as he gets it across to Reese. Reese takes a mark. He props. Play on. Hand pass over towards Ben Robertson. 55 out. Goes for the short kick towards McIver. Oh, and Chad McIver's taken a mark. 35 metres out from goal. On a slight angle, probably a 45-degree angle. And he's going to kick for his third goal. So Noble Park, 10-9-69, leading Parkdale at this stage, 2-5-17, and they're doing as they like, Peter.
Great vision by Ben Robertson there. He didn't blaze away and put it straight into the goal square. He just looked out the corner of his eye to see Chad McIver in a bit of space, and the kick was perfectly weighted.
McIver, and he comes very deliberate. Off 2 or 3 steps, and that is straight through the centre. The goal umpire didn't move for Noble Park's 11th goal.
And that takes the score on Noble Park, 11-8-74, leading Parkdale 2-5-17.
With the long kick of the football, Chad McIver, he's only a little man, but by gee, he can really get some distance. And when you consider it's been raining all day and this ball's been spending a lot of time on the carpet, it was a great kick. It went through right at goalpost height and went long as Adam Robinson's coming off now. Blood rule, thanks, John, just coming off the ground and will be replaced by the very proppy Rod Nelson, who's going straight into the forward pocket, so their bench could be a little bit depleted down there. We might get DA to check that out, because I don't think Nelson would have wanted to come back on, nor would the match committee wanted to send him back on. He looks very proppy there in the goal square.
Sandbeek throws the ball in the air again. I was Fernell. Ball comes down to where McIver tries to get it away. And over the top of it there was Rickson. Spills out to Knight. He can't get away with it. Was held without the ball, says the umpire. No, it's going Parkdale's way.
He played dropping the ball there, Darryl.
Right, thank you.
Bit hot.
And Fernell will take the kick here for Parkdale. Dave Fernell, they need a couple of quick goals if they're to have any chance at all in this game, but they're running out of time. 16 minutes gone, third term. There's the kick from Fernell, down towards half forward, goes through the hand of Mendy. Cameron gets a quick kick in there for Parkdale. It's down on their forward line. Lawrenson comes out, can't pick it up. It's a slippery ball. Tapped further afield. In there was Manny Galante for Noble Park. He's dispossessed, stacks on the mill, and the umpire's going to call for a ball up, and the ball's being worked towards the Parkdale forward line, and it's only about 15 to 20 metres out from goal for the Seagulls, almost directly in front. Ball thrown in the air to 2-3s go. Batsloff and Rowlands comes down to where Cameron knocks it over with Reese for a throw-in. It's about 10 metres around from the Parkdale goal.
Good desperation there by Reese, just to push the ball out of bounds as the Dales were going to swoop on it. They've been doing it all day, Noble Park.
There's the throw-in. Parkdale in attack. They need a goal desperately. The ball bumped down to the ground there, but coming out with it for Noble Park was Martin Mendy, and his kick slithers over the line and out on the outer side of the ground. Left half back for Noble Park for a throw-in. Rain still coming down here at Moorabbin. Such a shame after a magnificent day yesterday. Noble certainly handling the conditions better today. Over the top was Lawrence and missed it. Comes down to Stanley. Stanley puts the boot to the ball straight away. Knight's got it now for Noble Park on that centre wing. He's kicking around to where Jono's over the top of it there. Pashes pushes it out there to Lawrence and Parkdale. He's wrapped up in a tackle immediately by Ogilvy. Was it now Chad McIver over there? And McIver will take the free kick for the Bulls.
Hasn't he come to life in this final series?
Oh, he's
certainly has. Final specialist, I think.
Very good player, and again, more evidence of the ferocious tackling by the Bulls.
There's the kick by McIver in towards half forward as I fell off my chair. Out towards the McKinnon Sports sign. Ball still in play here, and umpire blows the whistle for yet another throw in. It's half forward flank for Noble Park. Outer side of the ground. Parkdale's chances quickly dwindling away. Over the top was Johnson. Couldn't direct the ball. Comes down to Scott. Gets a hand pass over here to Knight. Knight in towards centre half forward. Whistle on play. I think Knight was dealt with after he kicked the ball there, Dieter.
Pushed in the back by Edie, and the free kick was down the ground because it was well after Knight got rid of the football and his teammates just patting him on the back and the helmet. And the free kick will be taken from about 30 metres out on a sliding.
The helmeted one, Daryl.
It's that Daniel McKee with the ball again. He's already kicked 3 for Noble, and he'll line up now for goal number 4 as a result of that free kick downfield. Nothing much of this fella, but he can play footy.
I think McKee will go very close to getting the best on the ground today. If he can just hold up in the next quarter and a bit and get a few possessions, he'll be almost a shoe-in.
McKee comes in. There's the kick with the wet ball. It looks pretty good. They're clapping, running back to the centre. It's another goal to Noble Park, and they move along now to 12-8-82, leading Parkdale 2-5-17, and that's goal number 4 to Daniel McKee.
That goal won't do him any harm at all in his run to be the best on the ground, because the Noble Park kicking from around 30 to 40 metres out today has been terrific from those dead ball situations. It's a heavy ball. There's not much breeze like that, but their goal kicking's been spot on. They've kicked them when they've needed to be kicked, and they're just running away with it. And don't be surprised if we really see the floodgates open now. We're just about to have anyway. It's a 10 goal plus difference, and Noble Park just running all over Parkdale, who've been very disappointing after the first 5 minutes or so.
And I think the Maccas might have it, because I reckon it might be between McKee and McIver.
McKee and McIver. Ball back into centre there. They had just had a bit of trouble locating that ball. It was caught in the netting, and a bit of niggle going on in the half-back line. It's a bit too late for that. They've got to start kicking some goals, Parkdale, if they want to be in this game. And the umpire watching that closely as he comes in to throw the ball up. We'll see Rowlands and Big Kane Batsloff doing the ruck work. Batsloff got the run of that one. Mick Stanley kicks the ball off the ground. He butters up for it, and him and Seabrand are running towards the ball. Owen Hildebrand there, knocked off the ball, comes back to Stanley. Onto that right foot, kicks it over the top, but there's a mark there taken in the centre wing by Kane Crawzak. Crawzak kicks it in towards the centre where there's a mark there. Who was that? Matthews, I think. No, it wasn't number 18, it was Rickson. And the ball's gone to Glenn. He's tackled there, and a great tackle there from James Lawrence, and he seems to have recovered from that leg injury that he sustained a few minutes ago. That was a good tackle, and they need more of that as Lawrence comes in, brings the ball back in towards the centre over the ground. Couldn't take the mark. He flew like an eagle. He goes over the top there, kicked off the ground by Reese. Reese and Mendy running for the ball, and I can't see that Parkdale player there. I think it might be Seabrand. Oh, come in beautifully. Mendy. Shepherded there by Harris. Down towards Johnson there. He can't take the mark. McKee pushes it to McIver very cleverly. He slips at the critical moment. He ducks around. He goes for the short in towards Chris Knight. Chris Knight takes the mark about 35 metres out from goal, and he's just becoming a pest down there for him, Dieter.
He's a real pest, and he's gone for a little short pass, and he's found the longer kicking Adam Robinson, and that's probably a good selection because Knight might have been just out of his range. But again, you can put this one, if it goes through for a goal, you can put it down to McKee, who tapped it on to McIver to let him come in and stab the ball off tonight.
That was very good description there, Dieter, and it was good work out there by their coach, Peter Roos, and also Martin Mendy. And I must admit, Parkdale, the ball hasn't run with them today, but you make your own luck in finals as Robertson comes in. That's a sensational kick, and that's gone through for another goal to Noble Park. They're 13th.
And that's another example, gentlemen, of the good long kicking for goal by Noble Park when they've had the dead ball situation when they're either taken a mark or had a free kick between 30 and 50 metres out. They've just about put it through every time, and that's where the real pressure is applied on the scoreboard.
And DA has just informed us that Tim Martin has concussion and won't be coming back onto the field.
Ball back in the centre there, and Peter Reese just having a bit of a chat there with Shane McComb, and Shane McComb's not letting him out of his sight, and that ball coming back in, players in readiness now for this bounce. 13-9-87 to 2-5-17, Noble Park with a 70-point advantage, and who would have thought this as we go into the 22-minute mark of this third quarter. And Oh, I don't think they haven't kicked a goal since the second quarter of Parkdale. There's a ball thrown up. Batsloff got the knockout. It went down to Matthews there. Couldn't take the ball. No, that was Rickson, sorry. In there was Seabrand. Also Reese. Gets a quick kick out. Knocked along the ground there by Parkdale. Oh, it's rough and tough in there. Knight comes out with the ball. Gets a hand pass to Galante. Galante, oh, he left it. He had it. He left it again as it's picked up there by Crawford. Too high. And will take the free kick. And he's doing some fine work on that wing out there, Kane Crawford.
Yes, the umpire's seen a free kick here. And McComb's just becoming a little bit frustrated. He's got the free kick though. Ben Robertson pointing at the umpire. Temper's fraying a little bit as the Seagulls get a little bit frustrated with the way things are going today.
Galante's just gone off with the blood rule, I think.
Nelson back on. He's going to be fit by the time he gets back on towards the game is in. It comes down towards Kalua. He's been a little bit quieter that quarter, but Seabrand gets a hand pass. It goes to Norton. Norton gets a hand pass over to Coach Reese. Reese looking towards Harris on the outer wing. Sliding, Dale Harris takes a good mark as he comes back to give a hand pass back to Mendy. Mendy running through the centre. He'll want to be quick. Onto the right foot, down towards Nelson. Let out there like a startled gazelle.
Oh, what a tackle.
And no, I couldn't. That was a good tackle, but he had no chance of getting rid of that. And the ball will be bounced or thrown up about 20 metres out from the Noble Park goal. 87 plays 17, coming up to 24 minutes into this third quarter.
Keys inspired down there. He laid a tremendous tackle. It would have been nice to see Nelson get a mark and have a shot at goal.
There's a ball thrown up. Williams in there and Johnson. Johnson got the tap out. It's on the bottom of the pack there. Picked up there by Ben Robertson. Has a flying shot for goal. Oh, Nelson couldn't take the mark. He's played a push out. No, he's played a push out, I think. And don't get excited there, dude. Just settle down there, son. As the ball comes back to... it was... I think that was Hildebrand. He gets a kick. It goes in short. McKee there. Butters up beautifully. A little right foot around the corner, but no one there for Noble Park. Off the shin of Matthew Scott there and over the line and out of bounds. Half forward flank Noble Park, 87-17 and 25 minutes into this third quarter. All thrown back in. Reese and Johnson will do the ruck work. Rickson in there as well. Over the top there. Comes down to Rickson. Gets a left foot kick. Over towards Lawrence. He spins out of the pack. Couldn't take the ball. Good shepherding there from Batsloff. Kicked off the ground there by Seabrand. Ogilvie in the race for the ball. A soccer kick. Oh, it's rough and tough in there. And the boys are throwing their weight around. And there's no big pardons out there as we see another throw in on the centre wing position. Rain steady there. Sorry, Dita, to interrupt there. The rain steady, just a steady drizzle, and it's very annoying for the players. But in there was Adams. Couldn't get the kick off the ground. Ogilvie does. Comes in the direction of Harris. Harris ducking and weaving. Gets around on the left foot. Left foot kicking towards the goal, towards McKee. It's over their heads and goes through for a minor score. 2 goals to Dale Harris today. And the boys up there, Harris, McKee, McIver, they've all been pretty elusive, and the shorter, smaller, running type players have really caused havoc for Parkdale today. Ball comes back into play, Seabrand. Oh, good mark there to Julian Seabrand, and that was an excellent kick out. It's right on the half-forward flank. It went 55 metres, that kick, as the siren sounds for three-quarter time, and we see Noble Park leading Parkdale, who are 2 goals, 5-17, to 13 goals, 8, I think that is. 13-6 or 13-8, 88. We're just waiting for the scoreboard to put that up. And when you know, when you look at the scoreboard to give a score, they...
yeah, it must be 13-10. If it's 88, it's going to be 13-10 to Parkdale, 2-5-17. We'll take a short break and then be back with Dita Lehman summing up of the third quarter here at the 1997 Division 1 Grand Final.
You know, any side in the Grand Final, they want to go on with the job, and we'll see what happens as the ball comes in for... the start of the last quarter. Up she goes. Rollins gets a knockdown. It goes down towards, that was Norton. Norton punches the ball in the direction of Lawrence. In there was Galante. Hand pass over to Scott. Scott gets a kick down towards the half-forward line. McIver outnumbered. Comes across to Williams. Williams over to Stanley. Stanley kick downfield in the direction of Harris. Takes the ball, a good mark to Dale Harris on the chest. Half-forward flank for Noble Park. Sees the lead up forward from McKee. McKee been brilliant all day today. Couldn't hold that one. Falls to the bottom of the pack there. Robertson off the ground, sees it over the line and out of bounds for throw-in. Halfway between the half-forward flank and the forward pocket for the Noble Park side. They're kicking towards the South Road into the ground. 88 plays 17, coming up to the 1 minute mark into this final quarter. Ball thrown back in. Williams and Johnson over the top. It comes down to Stanley. Brixton on his hammer. Stanley gets a kick. It's wide, over the line and out of bounds on the full, and a free kick to be taken down there by Parkdale, and that'll be through the agency, I think, of Matthew Scott. No, I don't think it is. Matthew Scott handing it across to Jensen, I think that was. Gets a kick in towards half-back flank, and we see McComb. McComb kicks it up towards Lawrenson, and over the shoulder against Ogilvy, and Big Howard Lawrenson getting the free kick right in the centre of the ground here at Moorabbin. Looks for a lead further upfield. Big kick, beautiful kick as normal. Up towards, that's Dickie Cameron. He weaves his way through the pack. He has a flying shot for goal. In towards Mrs. Doubtfire there. She punches it away. Galante there. Kicks it off the ground in the direction of Chris Knight, but it's going to beat him over the line and out of bounds. And he's been superb today there down that back line, Bernie Kalua, as they all have there. Galante, Kalua, Chris Hale, the captain, and Mick Stanley giving directions, and also Mendy. But the ball to be thrown back in. Half-back flank for Noble Park, half-forward for the Dales. As Batsloff gets a kick down or a hand pass, I'll try it again. It was a knockout down to Seabrand. Seabrand onto the right foot. He's high, wide and handsome, and the free kick will go to Noble Park through the agency of Bernie Kluwer.
Really epitomises the day there for the Seagulls. Seabrand had a bit of time and just put it straight out of bounds on the full. Bernie Kalua about to take the free kick now for Noble Park. As John mentioned before, he's been tremendous all day. He's got the job on David Symes, and he's done it with aplomb. Kalua sticks the boot into it. It goes as long as he can. Up they go. All Parkdale up and all Noble Park down as Adams runs onto the football, gives a hand pass out to the captain Hale. By hands again off to Mick Stanley, and Stanley runs through the middle of Moorabbin Oval. Goes long into the forward line. McKee's behind for the first time today. In there, he's beaten to the football. And running away is Scott there for Parkdale, trying to kick it off the ground, but he missed it. Lets in Adam Robinson. Hand pass to Williams. Williams short kick back inside to Chatty McIver. This guy could be the best on the ground as he goes long towards goal, but this time he just shaved the wrong side of the post. And that's his first behind. I've got him down, Chad McIver, for 3 goals 1.
3 goals 2, Data.
3 goals 2, thanks John Hurst.
I think.
And he will be fighting it out with McKee, we think, for the player of the day for the 1997 Grand Final as Parkdale bring the ball back into play. Long kick in the full-back position, out towards Matthews, gets the ball spoiled. David Gately comes through for one of his rare possessions, touches it on the ground and lets it go. This allows Noble Park banged into the action. McIver again, it's got to be his birthday, up towards Reese. Robinson sharks it off the pack. Here he goes, Benny, gives a hand pass back to McIver, back to Reese. He's about 30 metres out, stabs, he'd love a goal, but he just misses and just gets it in for a behind in the end. It was a little further away than we first thought.
They're trying to buy him a goal, Dita, because he hasn't kicked. That's his first goal for the day, which is very surprising because he has been lurking up around that forward line. But, yeah, there was a few hand passes there. Beautiful work there from Ben Robertson as he spun and twisted out of the pack. And, fancy leaving a bloke like Chad McIver on his own.
How typical of the day, and especially for David Gately, went to touch the ball on the ground. He left it behind. That allowed McIver in, who must have thought it was his birthday. McIver got it away, and in the end, Peter Reese really couldn't make Parkdale pay. As Hildebrand's got it from full-back now. They've had a lot of players kick out from full-back, but Hildebrand goes long on the left foot. That's a great kick with a wet football. Out over 50. Seabrand can't mark, tries to butter up. It's left to Lawrence to get it on the right foot around the corner. McComb underneath the ball and takes a tremendous mark. And he's been held up. The crowd 150 metres. As Galante took him to ground, they don't get it. And the crowd not happy with the umpires today, as you can hear. Up they go. And it's Louis Adams taking a mark in front of Batsloff, and Batsloff really holding his head down now. Kick back towards the centre of the field. Over the top come the Parkdale players. But again, all up and down as Williams balked a few times and gets a quick kick away up to the forward line. Camped under the ball as Robertson can't take the mark. It comes down to McIver again. He's read everything beautifully today. He buys some time. He waits. He's got to put the ball down. The umpire said he's run too far.
He was just that fraction of a second late because he did try to touch it on the ground, and the umpire said, no, you've held it too long. The ball kicked up in the direction of the half-forward flank. Kicked off the ground there by Hale. He's been a good captain today. In there is Ogilvy. Can't get the ball out. In there also is, Nigel Scott pinched that. He kicks it off the ground, but it goes in the direction of Seabrand. Picks it up nicely. Onto the right foot out in the direction of, good play there from Gately. He gives it across to McComb. He's fumbling with it. He can't pick it up. Norton's on his hammer. Comes around on his left foot. Gets back onto his right. Kicks it into the space. Matthews there. Couldn't take it. Ogilvy over the top. Hale gets a hand pass. Goes to Mendy. Mendy sees Robertson out there, and here they go. There's plenty of space there. As Reese picks up the ball, there's no one within 10 or 15 metres. He hand passes over the top to Williams. Williams can't take control of the ball. He picks it up now. No, he doesn't. He can't get hold of it. In there is big Howard Lawrenson. Stacks on the mill. The umpire says play on. Blows the whistle. Now it's gone over the line and out of bounds for throw-in. And it's 90-17. We're coming up to the 6-minute mark of this final quarter.
And DA, if you're listening down there, if you could make your way up to the commentary box as soon as you could, please, mate. We need you up here. If you could make your way up, I'd appreciate it.
Ball thrown back in. Reese in the ruck that time. Robertson couldn't get hold of the ball. McComb was in there. Kicked off the ground there. A fresh air shot by Scott. In there was McIver. He was descended upon, didn't have the ball. Play on was a call. Scott's had a chance to give it across to Stanley. Adam Robertson in there. Onto the left boot. Kicks it in towards centre half forward. Up there is Norton. Can't take the mark. McKee lurking there. Looking very dangerous. Caught one a bit high and will take the free kick. And he'll go back and kick from 40 to 45 metres out. And that was just a little bit high due to that one.
Yeah, pretty undisciplined stuff there by the Parkdale defence. They were going to get away with the football, and a trailing hand caught McKee around the head, and McKee will go back and go for his 5th goal in what has been a very good performance by this player.
Daniel McKee lines him up for his 5th. In he comes, a long stuttering run, comes in, kicks a low trajectory kick, it's over the top, and it's through for his 5th goal, and Noble Park's 14th goal for the game.
Today's game is proudly brought to you by specialists in office design and furniture. Telephone 9848 8977.
McKee's 5th goal, and as John Hurst mentioned, a tremendous performance by him. Who would have thought he would have been the leading goal kicker on the ground at this stage of the grand final? But Noble Park streaming ahead now, 96 plays, 17, and what's really been a one-sided contest from pretty much the word go.
I think DA is going to claim him too. He said he should have been in the side 2 or 3 weeks ago as James Lawrence gets a kick around the corner. It's a big high one, Ogilvy underneath the ball, and there's his other love child there. He's going to claim him as well. So, oh no, the free kick's going against him to Billy Idle, Kane Batsloff. As he comes in, and that's a terrible haircut. As he comes over the top there, oh, good mark there. A juggling mark will be taken by big Howard Lawrenson. And Howard's going to have a chance to kick Parkdale's 3rd goal. And they've been few and far between, Dita, because they haven't kicked a goal since halfway through that 2nd quarter. And big Howard will line up for their 3rd goal. They're trailing badly, 14-12-96. As big Howard comes in, puts the ball on its way. Is he offline? I think he might be.
He might have got it.
Yes, he has. And that's Parkdale's 3rd goal, and a very badly needed one at that.
It's the Seagulls' 1st goal from early in the 2nd term, and who would have thought that after their impressive 1-point win, a nail-biter against Noble Park in the 2nd semi-final. McGurgan back on the ground now. Will he run to pick up his arch-rival Mick Stanley? He will. Stanley on the point of the square on the other side. As the ball coming back from the goals. Howard Lawrenson, it was a beautiful kick from him. Usually plays in the back line, but they've just had nothing up forward today.
Just going to cross over to Darryl Pittman live here.
There you go, Dougie. Parkdale not having too good a day today, but a good day for Dougie, a great Parkdale supporter. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks for all your help during the year.
No worries. Sorry can't be there Wednesday night, but I'm in sunny Hong Kong, so we'll be slipping around the countryside. But thanks to Daryl and to John and Wayne for a great year, and here's a better 98.
Good on you. You're a big drink, Dougie. Now back to the footy.
Thanks very much, Daryl, and good on you, Dougie, down there. You'll be off to sunny Queensland as Nick Knight falls over when he kicks that one. Still got boot the ball, but this lets Edie in. He can't pick it up, though. It's a cake of soap out there, being pressured out of it by Robertson. The hand pass comes to Howie Lawrenson, back to Syme. And Syme, who hasn't been his effective self, goes up to the half-forward line, and the ball beats Batsloff out and over the line for a throw-in. On the half-forward line, grandstand side of Moorabbin Oval, favouring Parkdale. Umpire now, ready to throw it back in. 10.5 minutes almost gone here in the final quarter. Noble Park well in control. McGurgan on the bottom of the pack tries to feed it out under pressure from Adams and Ben Robertson. There'll be another ball up. A scrimmage develops, and the umpire runs in to throw it up as Louis Adams gives the ball back to the umpire, who's going to ball it up about 70 metres out from the Parkdale goal. Batsroff contesting in ruck, gets it down this time, but it's sharked by Stott, who gets it round the corner on the right boot. Up towards his coach in Reese, no one can mark. Hacksaw Duncan tries to hack it out of the air, doesn't go very far. Scott crunched, nothing doing. Rollins gets a quick hand pass out to McIver, who gets it away under pressure. Up towards half forward. Harris there overruns the football, but it's 3-on-1 as Scott picks it up, gives it a hand pass to Crawshack, and the Seagulls should get out of trouble. Here he goes. Further hand pass back inside, puts his teammate Jensen under all sorts of pressure. Knight gets in. Robertson tackles Simon. The ball's loose again. Jensen dives in there. Oh, good courage by Knight. He's in under the pack, and the umpires found a free kick. No, he hasn't. He's going to ball it up. And what tremendous pressure it was there by Knight, who dived in a couple of times to stop the Seagulls getting away, John.
Yeah, just showed his courage there. He was over the ball. He was in under the packs there 2 or 3 times. He was against, he's a slight frame of a kid, and that was great play from him as the ball comes out in the direction of Gately. He can't pick it up. It comes across to Seabrand. Can't take it with him. Galanty in there. Gets it across to, that was Scott. Scott gets it across to Jason Norton. Norton gets it back to Ogilvie. There's a bit of play acting going on. And I tell you what, if that wasn't out on the floor deliberate, I'll go eat.
Don't make any rash predictions, John. You know what happens when you make rash predictions.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm in for a bit of Carry House tonight too, Daryl.
There's the throw in on the centre wing, grandstand side. Still plenty of willing footballers out there at the moment, but the cause is lost for Parkdale. Gately can't get his boot to the ball. McGurgan's in after it. Adam Robinson over the top, so's Lawrence. Coming out is that man, Chad McIver again. Got a high kick up towards half forward. Knocked away from Harris on that occasion. Ball back on the deck. Williams picks it up for Noble Park. He's kick smothered, falls to Rickson. Rickson's kick smothered too. Coming through was David Syme. He's met subtly by Mendy, who traps the ball well. Got a hand pass to Galanty. Seavan tackles him. Ball falls clear again. McIver in over the top again for Noble Park. Long hand pass out. Hillbrand's in the way, but he can't take it. He's in after it again. Gets a kick off the ground, but it rebounds over here to Johnson for Parkdale. He kicks the ball in towards the centre of the ground, and nobody can take the mark, but there's a whistle on play back here. Rollins and who's that, Edie over there, having a bit of a dance, and Edie will take the free kick.
They were away again to Noble Park then. It was just as well the umpire pulled it up, and the free kick gone to James Edie.
Edie in the centre of the ground for Parkdale. Drives them forward up towards forward. And there's a good grab down there to McComb, it looks like. Shane McComb, who kicked their first 2 goals, and so far their only 2 goals. Their first 2 goals. They're 3-5-23, trailing Noble 14-12, 96.
He's been a very good player for them today, McComb. He's tried very hard. As Daryl mentioned, he kicked their first 2 goals. The only 2 goals they'd had up until the 5-minute mark of this last quarter. He tried hard all day, deserves another one.
McComb comes in, there's the kick, and that's their 4th through. Batsloff clubbing it through. And that's another goal to Parkdale in a dreary day for them.
Today's game is proudly brought to you by Corporate Design, specialists in office design and furniture. Telephone 9848-8977.
Deserved goal there to Shane McComb. He's tried hard all day, hasn't let his guard down, and it's good to see the Dales still finding it out, even though their course is well and truly lost, and they're very well behind at the moment. 29 versus Noble Park 96.
Ball thrown up in the centre of the ground again, but there's a whistle gone. A centre square infringement here, or he's picked out a free anyway. It's against Ogilvie, and it's going to Harry Lawrenson. Lawrenson, member of last year's premiership side, but won't happen for him today. Ball off hands there and through for another behind to Parkdale. They move now to 4-6-30, trailing Noble Park 11-8-74. That's on the Corporate Design scoreboard, coming up to the 15-minute mark of this last quarter in the 1997 Grand Final. The little kick out here finds Hale, and Hale's low trajectory short pass finds Martin Mendy. Goes back now, that ball pretty wet, looking there for Scott, went over his head, picked up there by Rickson. Rickson's kicking towards centre half forward. Edie didn't know where the ball was. Finally coming through was Galanty for Noble Park, onto the left foot. Opportunity here now for Kane Crawshack for Parkdale. Did it well, runs around, got a hand pass over to Syme. Wasn't a great one. Slid through to McGurgan. He can't handle the ball. Syme's in after it again. He's over the top of it. Play on, calls the umpire. Nobody can get that kick out at the moment. It's still on the deck. Lawrenson's got it in front of him. He can't do anything with it. Crawshack's in after it again like a terrier. Comes out here to Rollins. Whistle, no. They're still letting them go. Batsloff got a little kick out to Rickson. He takes it, walks around onto the left foot, but he's kicked there, marked by Peter Reese in defence. Feeds off a hand pass to Bernie Kluwer. Ball handling not all that good at the moment. Comes out from Mendy to Hale. Hale, the Bulls captain, around the outer side here at Moorabbin. Nobody can take the mark. Went through the hands of Paul Johnson and will go. Now it's a free kick, and it's going Noble Park's way here to Mick Stanley.
And McStanley will take the free kick, and gee, it's getting hard to see out there as he goes for a short. Finds Adam Robertson on that left foot. Big kick up towards centre half forward, but falling there, taking a diving mark was Owen Hildebrand. Gets it across to his teammate there. He running through the centre, up towards Big Kane, Batsloff and Adams. It spears off the top of the pack. McComb in there, leading in the race for the ball. Got a push in the back. Play on called the umpire. No, he's blown the whistle, and he said that McComb misses doubtfire. Bernie Kluwer pushed McComb in the back. No doubt about that one, and Shane McComb playing a lone hand out there because he's going to line up for his 4th goal, and they're 4-6, trailing Noble Park 14-12. 96 plays 30, coming up to 17 minutes into this final quarter. As McComb comes in, he'll be 40 out. He'll be tired boy too, and that's not a bad kick. He's put it straight. Oh no, he's hit the post, I think, has he? He has too, and it registers his first point, and bad luck for McComb because, as Dita said before, he's tried his heart out today, and it just hasn't been their day. So registers another point, 4-6-30, trailing Noble Park 14-12, 96 as the ball comes out to from a short kick from Hale over to Kalua, and guess what? He's marked it on the half-back flank, and he will just steady the play down. Players making position for him further up the ground. It's getting very hard to see over that other side of the ground. Spills over the back of the pack there. Williams can't get the handball away. He's jumped on by 2 players there. Gately in there for Parkdale, but a free kick will go to, I think that's Big Jono there. Gets a hand pass over to his teammate. I can't see the numbers out there. It's getting that dark over the other side of the ground there. In there was Rollins. He gets the ball away. Mopped up there beautifully by Hale. He gets a hand pass, but it nearly intercepted there by Crawzak. Hale over to Ben Robertson, running through the centre. Scott takes a mark. Hand pass to McKee. Further up the ground, McKee, he tried to outrun them. He's been caught and penalised, and they will take the free kick. Crawzak picks it up. Plays the advantage rule. Down towards centre half forward. Adams in there for Noble Park. Couldn't take the mark. Rollins on the ground. Batsloff in there. Symes in there. Lawrenson's in there. It's come out by Dickie Cameron. Has a flying shot for goal. And Dickie Cameron's put the goal through for Parkdale's 5th goal of the game.
He kicked a goal, Dick did.
Dick did. And a very, very badly needed one, Daryl.
Certainly was.
It was a badly needed one, but again, good to see that the Seagulls aren't letting it down, and the crowd getting a little bit excited here. I'm not sure what they're looking at, but Dale Cameron's been quiet today, and it hasn't been his best final series, and like a lot of other Parkdale players, struggled to get into the game because the Noble Park side has been too convincing all over the ground.
Ball back in the centre for a throw-up. Rollins will do the ruck work against Fennell. Rollins got the knockdown, but it was no advantage. A tackle there. Ball on the bottom of the pack, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. 96 plays 13-7. Sorry, 37. 96-37, 19 minutes into this final quarter. Ball thrown up back in the centre of the ground. Seabrand in there. He's tried hard all day. He's pushing the ball in front of him. Galanti for Noble Park kicks it off the ground, right in front of the commentary position. They're running in towards the boundary line here, picked up by Jensen. He's still in there. Syme in there also. Jensen was nearly tackled by his own player. That's how bad they're going. Scott threw it out the back door. It goes across to Galanti. There's 3 on to Galanti. Kicks it up in the air, just inside, no, just over the line, and we'll see number 19 there. That's Ben Gately take the free kick. It was a mark of a free kick. It didn't matter. Goes down towards Big Howard. In there is Mendy. Can't always grabbed hold of it, loses the ball, and that was very hard decision because he had it knocked off out of his hands, and in these conditions they've got to give him a bit more chance to get rid of that. As Mendy takes a free kick, he kicks it down the direction of Knight and Gately. Gately leading in the race for the ball, but I think it's going to beat them over the line. No, it doesn't. He went for the free kick. Knight's in there. He's trying to get the ball away. A big hand pass back to Harris. Harris goes, runs around his opponent, but he's caught. Gets across to Norton. Norton wasn't watching the ball. There's arms and fists and things flying in there as the players stack on the mill, and a free kick against Noble Park will go to, I think that's Jensen, is it? and it goes across to Gately. Gately sees Simon, but it's over his head. He was wrong-footed. In there is Galante doing a bit of mopping up. He's well shepherded there by Adams. Gets around onto the right foot. Kicks it up towards Ben Robertson and Norton. Norton couldn't take the mark, but pulled the ball down with him. Oh, in there was crunching the tackle there was Ben Robertson. Hand pass over to Chris Knight. The helmet man gets it across to Timmy Martin. Crackers, as they call him. He turns around onto the right foot, goes inboard the coach Peter Reese. It's going to go over his head and give McGurgan the chance. Reese hot on his hammer. Also, it's tough in there. He did really well, Peter Reese, but what's happening? What's he done? He's pulled up the play.
No, he's pulled up the play for a ball up, but the crowd's saying a little bit quick to be balled up.
I'll tell you what, they were away too, Parkdale.
They're away.
As the ball thrown up, Jensen and Mendy in the ruck that time took the ball out, gets a hand pass over to Scott. He's claimed, gets it across to Robertson. Robertson to Ben Robertson. Over towards, it's back to Ben Robertson. McIver says, if you don't want it, I'll take it. He gets a hand pass out to Jason Norton. Into the open goal, Jason Norton set sail. And what's he done? No, that's brought back here. The umpire paying a free kick against Ben Robertson for an indiscretion there. Late tackle, was it, Duda?
Just a holding free kick there to allow Norton to come through and have the shot on goal. Ben Robertson was just holding on to his opponent, and the umpire picked that up. It was bad luck for Norton, who kicked the goal and started celebrating, but the ball will have to come back.
So the ball back to that's Kane Crawshay going to take the free kick. He's halfway between centre-half back and full-back as he comes in, kicks it to Big Howard Lawrenson. Lawrenson had a few kicks in this last quarter, but it's all too late as he comes out towards Gately. Gately and Syme crunched Knight there, right towards the boundary line, slips over. No, it's still right on the edge of the boundary line. The umpire says no, it wasn't out, as Syme says, I'll take it over the line, boys, and we'll have a throw in. Oh, and Jensen just telling the helmeted one what he thinks of him, and it doesn't matter because I know who'll be celebrating tonight, and Chris Knight will be the man. As the ball comes down to Nigel Scott, he was overrun there and will take the free kick for pushing the back against David Syme, and just a little bit of frustration, and you can't blame David Syme. I mean, they've 5 goals for the game, and they're going to get a real hiding, and no one would have thought that. As the ball comes in towards Knight, it's going to go over the top to Mendy. Mendy's taken the mark. Off he goes. A big left foot kick down towards the forward pocket. Nelson on one leg, running for the ball. Can't take it. Harris there, the opportunist, gets onto that left foot. Right into the goal square towards Ogilvie. Can he pick it up? He spoons it out to Robertson. Robertson will spin on the left. Has a shot 30 out, and I think he's put it straight over the goal umpire's head, and it's all over bar the shouting here at Moorabbin.
And what a clever player Harris is, just being able to scout the pack there and square the ball up on the left boot, put it out in front of Ogilvie, who tapped it back to Robertson. It's just all champagne football in the last quarter here.
Sorry, Daryl, I was just going to say 102 plays 37.
Ball back in the centre here. Reese takes it from that kick out, and it's a good rolling mark there to Chad McIver. Certainly been one of the best on the ground for mine. 15-12, 102 Noble Park, 5-7, 37 Parkdale as the kick goes across to Reese. Reese gets a long hand pass back to Scott. Scott steams inboard for Noble Park. A long kick in towards the goal square. Off hands, picked up by Martin.
Ooh.
Martin, a quick snap at goal, but I think it's just gone across the face and through for one behind only. And there goes the siren. And Noble Park are premiers for 1997, and it's back-to-back for the Bulls. They've done a fantastic job, losing the second semi and turning it around for a fantastic grand final here today. Great win, and Noble Park 15-13, 103 have soundly defeated Parkdale 5-7, 37, and well, some great scenes of jubilation out there, because I think a lot of people thought that Parkdale might have had the wood on the Bulls again, but not the case. Indeed, a fantastic win.
Gee, full marks go to Noble Park, and whoever doubted that they were going to win this game. It was a fantastic performance all over the ground. They started well. They got the first couple of goals in the game, and Johnny tipped this, but all over the ground they were far superior. You can see the Parkdale boys there. Their body language says it all. They're thoroughly disappointed. They had the week off. They had the best build-up to the game you could have wanted. They saw Noble Park get through the through the preliminary final and have a couple of injuries along the way, so they really thought they would have had a good chance today. But the Noble Park side was fantastic. Blokes like Chad McIver, who we think is probably the best on the ground, along with his partner in crime on the forward line, Daniel McKee. McKee got 5 goals and McIver got 3. and they were just far too good. Mark Williams was good across half forward, and Dale Harris was ever elusive across that half forward line, so clever when the ball came down to him. For Parkdale, they may have been a little bit top-heavy today. When the rain came down, they had too many big blokes because it was a Noble Park small guys, the running brigade. Even from the back line, and Martin Mendy and blokes like Bernie Kalua, just getting countless possessions across half-back, reading the play better, running in numbers, and getting easy delivery into the forward line. Full credit to Noble Park. They've thoroughly deserved the victory, and a huge margin as the umpires signal all clear. Noble Park 15-13, 103, defeating Parkdale 5-7, 37.
The first one up is that Frank Adams down there.
He's your tip for the middle now. I'll go for McKee, just to be different.
Yes, well, okay, he's going to get
McIver was sensible.
Two-hour grand final special on Wednesday night on Optus Vision's local vision 50. The boys are trying to make me laugh.
Sherlock Holmes, is he?
Wonder then he's looking for Dr. Watson.
Elementary.
But quite sincerely, the number of people that have made this coverage possible throughout the year is quite a large number of people, and I'll endeavour to thank them all. As I've just mentioned, our magnificent sponsor, Corporate Design. Also, our technical guru, Wayne Steele, because Wayne has just done a magnificent job. He's just behind the scenes here every week in our radio broadcast on 88.3 Southern FM. He sets everything up technically to get us to air. He's been down on the OB van yesterday and today. And he's just done a magnificent job. We've had a lot of logistical problems yesterday and today in particular, mounting a 3-camera operation and also a radio coverage at the same time. And that hasn't been an easy task, and Wayne's just done a fantastic job. When we've had problems, he's just a genius. He comes up with these fantastic solutions and always gets us out of trouble. So Wayne, a very big heartfelt thanks on behalf of all the listeners that have enjoyed the coverage during the year. For your great contribution.
He's a human corporate design. He comes up with all your solutions.
There you go. So big thanks to Wayne Steele. Also Rock and Dave, who right throughout the year has done a fantastic job in bringing all of our sponsorship messages to air and just making sure all the levels are right and everything's right here from our broadcast. We really do appreciate that very, very much. Also to John Martin, who's done a magnificent job this year with the Southern Footy Show on Optus Vision. And certainly yesterday and today and all this week, in fact, for all the time and effort they've put in, putting up with my tantrums when things don't go right and all that sort of stuff. They've just done a magnificent job, and I thank them very, very much. Also, their commentary team, firstly Simon Petch, who's filled in a number of times this year and did a great job today with the under-18s and reserves. Thanks very much, Simon, for a great job. And to my fellow commentators, Dieter Lehman. Thanks, Dieter.
Been a tremendous opportunity to come and look at quality local football, and No one should be surprised when you see skills like this. We've got a great ground here at Moorabbin, and the quality of football in both Division 1 and Division 2, and throughout the Southern Football League, let's not forget the other two divisions, has been first class all year.
And to John Hurst, my other co-commentator and special comments man, thanks John, for a great job.
Oh, it's been terrific, Daryl. I've really enjoyed it this year, and coming along and having a look at the games on Friday nights and Saturdays, and it's really been a tremendous year for the Southern Football Year, and all we can hope for is that it's bigger and better next year, and we'll be back here again.
Okay, now there are the boys down there. The entire team's now lined up on the dais. The Noble Park Football Club, premiers for 1997 in the Southern Football League, making it back-to-back flags.
And other premiers, let's also give a cheerio to the Baldwin Football Club, the Box Hill Pioneers Football Club led by Rick Batten, and Lindale in Division 4, proving too strong. A great season for them too.
So congratulations to Noble Park, premiers in 1997, and my thanks, I'm still continuing that. David Andrews done a magnificent job at our ground level in the huddles, and he goes into the rooms and tells us about the injuries and all that sort of stuff. Look at Peter Reese there on your screen, just enjoying the moment. Yes, a big thanks to David Andrew as well. John Kelly also for his fantastic support on the Southern Footy Show every Sunday on Southern Sport right throughout, and particularly in the finals when I've gone missing, and he's just done a fantastic job. Thank you very much, John, to Ian Bennett, Jackie Harvey, everybody else who has contributed to the coverage and everybody behind the scenes. Very, very much appreciated. And none the least, Andy, our famous studio man back there, Andy Leclerc, FW. Thanks, Andy, for a fantastic job.
Listen to the wall for Andy.
Well, there you go, Andy's more popular than he thought.
Yeah.
As the Premiership Cup was held aloft.
Daniel McKee's got the medal, I think.
Yeah. Daniel McKee has won the best on-ground medal from the Southern Football League. It would be interesting to see how our scribes have voted. But anyway, it's time for us to go. I'm taking up too much time. We're over time. I just wanted to make sure that we did thank everybody for a fantastic effort this year. I got to the back to the studio people, David Bogue as well, who also filled in, and everybody back at Southern FM who has supported this coverage so wholeheartedly. Thank you very much. I believe it's been well and truly worth it. The feedback has been fantastic. It has created a lot of interest, and it's great to know that Southern FM is taking part in promoting community football, and that's what the Southern Football League is. Well, that's it for 1997, and as we leave the scenes of the Noble Park side celebrating on the dais there, this is Darryl Pittman on behalf of the Southern Sports team, taking you back to the studios of 88.3 Southern FM, and farewell from season 1997.